to their guild after killing many giants and bugbears and ogres at the steading of the hill giant chief. And weighing lace to that, there will be no more raids from that location into the Kingdom of Westmark. Also in there, they found something troubling, why the hill giants have been organized more. They found a letter from an Alessandra in Elvish script in hand that was directing them on where to attack. They also found a map with location on other attacks. Now, it has been said and known that in the western part, the northwestern part of Westmark, along the Grey Mist Mountains, that there's also been raids by frost giants. And it is also believed that this is related to the hill giant uprising that has come across the troll mirrors in the central northern part of the Kingdom of Westmark. So as you have returned triumphantly, not only was there a celebration in your name in the capital city of Westmark, which I've never named, but you all like Waterdeep, so let's go with that. That also one of the emissaries from the king has come to you and asked if your guild, since you are so successful in this and you're famous for returning the famed weapons from White Plume Mountain, if you would be so inclined as to check on the Frost Giant uprising, and have been given directions to it's a known stronghold of the Frost Giant Jarl. What did they call his freaking name again? Youngner or something? Youngner? Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Not Snur. Snur is the fire giant. I can't believe I already read this already and I've already forgotten what the guy's name was.
Cole Younger.
Olin Younger.
Oh, make up your own.
Yarmer Yager. That's his name now. It is Yarmer Yager. Jarl Yarmer Yager.
So I misread the I misremembered the what was the spell? You said it was 1 week for each level of the spell that I'm looking for, Michael?
Yes.
So that will be 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Damn, 2 months.
2 months. It'll be in the middle of winter by then because it was real late fall when you all went up to the hill giant steading.
All right.
Anyway, it'll be the middle of winter to head up, and the Frost Giant stronghold is obviously located far freaking north, past the troll mirrors. It is located north and west to the hill giant chieftains at the foot of the northern reaches. They're kind of at the northern tip of the Grey Mist Mountains.
Now is that like 8 Earth weeks, or is that 8 like Forgotten Realms weeks? Because you know, there's a difference. Is it like 8-10 days?
No, 8 weeks.
I'm just being an asshole.
8 weeks. Doggy whining. Now, you are in the capital, and the guild, with the money you have received, I didn't count out the money you got, but you all got a lot. Money is no longer an object for you people. If you want something, you buy it. More is the object for you is how much do you want to carry with you. Yeah. The king will supply you with a wagon and oxen that can hold up to the freezing temperatures if you'd like to go that way, as long as clothing and other mundane necessary equipment for ice climbing. Pitons, hammers, ropes.
Mm-hmm.
And extremely warm clothing. The finest beaver pelts.
Puny elves get cold so easy.
It's not just the elves. It is I, too. It's freezing up there. I come from a warm climate.
Yeah, we know. Hell spawn.
Hellfire.
Listen, giant reject, all right?
Oh,
Just because I'm not from the mountains doesn't mean that I can't take the cold, but I also prefer to be warm.
Ah, puny. Carry extra weight in clothes.
Ah! But isn't that the point? You can carry extra weight? Oh, dog, I got footprints all over my tails from Yawning Portal now.
The gremlins hit
She did. I just sat there and watched her.
it.
So, we all accept this? Or when can you head up? We are worried of other attacks. Normally, we would not be so worried about the hill giants that late into the season, but frost giants. Back in the middle of a blizzard, that's exactly what they love to do.
One of our party requires prepared spells. We were considering waiting around until until her spells were prepared. If you need us to leave sooner, the best we can offer is 4 weeks to the day.
Lone Hunter would say, these puny elves and such, we have to give her some time to get her wind and such. So in the meantime, while she's resting with her bonbons and such, that I could do some recon and see what the situation may be and try to locate some information there by putting my ear to the ground and touching base with some contacts and such as far as that, and research what we can out of the libraries. It looks like we got ample time as far as that.
Yes.
I changed my mind. I'm not taking the tough feat. I forgot my build here. I did it spontaneously.
Okay.
I'm telling you that because I just think I'm like, fuck, that was wrong.
So, out of curiosity, did you have another idea?
Yeah, my strength isn't maximized yet.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was.
Oh.
And it isn't. That's where it went wrong. Because me personally as a player, I'd rather just fucking hit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you've had 2 stat bumps and 1 feat. Great Weapon Master. So, this second stat bump should put you at 20 strength.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's what I wanted.
Sure. No, it was Poontang that had Great Weapon. Poor Master, right? It wasn't Shardag. Yeah.
Yeah. Shardak just had Great Weapon Master.
Yeah.
But out of character, Lone Hunter will be using his background ability, ear to the ground, I believe it's called. There, where he can, where is it here? Yeah, ear to the ground. So he can try to use that to find some information, if any, there, possibly from some less than shady members to some middle ground members, criminal underworld, the rough tumble folk of the streets, or members of high society.
I'm either thinking intelligence, investigation, and or charisma, but I can't think of a skill per se that would work.
Well, this is out of the the ability out of the urban bounty hunter.
Bounty hunter? Okay. It just says you can use your contacts to find out what's going on.
Yeah. However you want to
Okay, play that.
play it, it's there, and then he'll try to, you know, he'll try to pick. He will go out if we're going to be there for 2 months. He'll go out and try to scout ahead, like he said he would, and see what sign that he may be able to pick up out on the trail. Somewhat, he ain't going to go all the way out there, but he'll go out to one or two of the maybe the nearest attacks to the city, and look at numbers and what they've been using as allies or weapons.
Some of the caravans that go and actually trade with some of the stone giants up in the Gray Mist Mountains have heard tales and rumors that the destruction of the steading of the hill giant chief has been made known throughout the northern wastes, and that the frost giant Jarl, Yarmer Yager, has recalled most of his raiding parties to strengthen his position, expecting an assault upon his location. Although he still does not fear, puny humans or the kingdom of Westmark. He has recalled his raiding parties, not necessarily because he wants to strengthen his.
Say what? You went quiet, muted yourself or something.
Sorry, phone call interruption. It went away.
That's live TV for you.
Yeah.
Yep. Sweet.
But, it's not that he fears humans or anything as much as he fears his raiding parties being outnumbered, and so for their safety, not necessarily for the safety of his stronghold. He has recalled his raiding parties at the moment until he can further understand what is going on and get further information from the hill giants. Any surviving members of their network, because not all hill giants lived at the steading. Some hill giants lived, alone, out, on their own.
And during this 2-month stitch, the other thing that there's two other things that the lone hunter would like to try to do. One would be he'd sit down and write up a letter in giant, stating that the frost giants have set a spy into the hill giant stead that caused our demise, and he'll write it on up that way and sign it Nostra, and then he'll put it on like a pigeon to fly that way, hopefully to be discovered. And then he'll like to pick up 4 vials of or 4 flasks of alchemy fire.
Not a problem. You can pick that up, and don't worry about money. You'll have plenty of it. It's just a matter of how many you like to carry. All right, and the pigeon flies off with a note attached to it. Okay, what would you like to do, Shardak, in this time period?
I don't know. Do lots of training. That's the strength gain.
Push-ups and such like that.
Yeah, get more familiar, because if I know we're going to be going after giants, I'm going to just get as familiar as I can with this sword, as annoying as it is at times. But
annoying? I'm not annoying at all. I am the greatest tactician of all time.
Great. And
what are we wasting time around here for? You should not.
But I don't know.
Push-ups, you lazy bum. You should be strength training by sticking me into giants.
Soon. But if there's any like guild business that needs to be done, because like I have like the caravan specialist, so just bringing in like food supplies and doing that stuff, or doing whatever, anything that needs to be done transportation wise, I could do in that time.
Okay.
Just any guild business that has to be done.
Yeah, you could definitely branch out from just training to actual practical use of training by having some of your recruits that have signed up to the name of the group and show them how to guard caravans and start taking in cash that way for the guild.
Sure. Like anything, any sort of Teamster related thing would be cool, because I do picture like Shardak does like animals. He's all totem barbarian and whatnot, so he likes animals. So if he could spend time with like doing some caravan stuff, especially to like help out the guild, that'd be great.
So you're going to go on strike for the Teamsters.
That's what Teamsters do. Search for Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah, just any sort of guild business, because I don't know, anything to help out the guild like that.
Anything for Puntik and Rashik in particular?
Rashik probably took off for a while.
Be on his own.
Yeah, just go be in the woods and whatnot. He is in Waterdeep, and I am like a swamp druid. Well, I'm sure there's swamps nearby Waterdeep, so go spend some time in my natural environment, and Puntik has been painting portraits of all the founders.
Okay, W.
Yeah, because every club or organization has that. They always have like the portraits of the founders looking all dour and noble and regal.
Okay, cool. All right, Atreus, what would you be doing during this time period?
Atreus would, of course, be traveling around Waterdeep and going from person to person, telling tales of his travels with this guild, and telling people of his god Tiamat. I mean, not Tiamat. Fucking Asmodeus. Of his god Asmodeus.
Did you hear the great word of our great demon overlord?
Have you heard have you heard the word? The word is not bird. The word is Asmodeus. He, I'm sure from time to time, I would also be accompanying Shardak on his ventures out of the city to do guild business as well. However, on his own time, on my own time, I'd probably be reviewing maps and the history of the surrounding area. This way, we can get a better vantage point when we attack this steading.
And what about Morcon and his brother Dorcon? What will they be doing?
Morcon and Dorcon would, of course, be spending a lot of time together. Morcon, understanding that he came home not the elf that he left, not in one piece, if you will, coming back only having one ear.
I assume at some point we had restoration cast on us to get our ears back or whatever.
And would restoration? No, less restoration.
No. In fact, I was just gonna say that's part of why Rashik is out. If this was like an MMO whatever, he'd be like out grinding for levels.
Okay.
Okay? Because 7th level spell regenerate.
That's what get the ear back.
Yep.
All right.
So that's 13th level. Rashik can start getting people's ears back for them. So he's out grinding for levels right now.
So
the swamp.
So Dorkan, of course, seeing his brother coming home, not the elf that left.
Not the elf we deserve, but the elf that we need.
Would approach his brother. Yeah, I mean, it would probably be a lot closer to when they're leaving. But Dorkan would have gone up to Morkan and said, Morkan, I sat here, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Sun goes up, sun goes down. And I sat here waiting for you, and you never came back for a very long time. And then when you came back, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. All this time that passed by, you come back without an ear. When I was an adventurer, you did not talk to me very much. You only stayed in the fighting pits, and now you're an adventurer too. And you tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. You're not here. You just want to go back. Is it that you don't care about me? Of course I care about you, brother. I care about you very much. I wouldn't have stopped doing what I love doing. All the fighting that I've done for so very long, I would not have done it if it wasn't to help you, to help my dear brother. Yes, but of course I agree. But if you really cared, would you have really allowed me to go? I'm not blaming you for the way I am, but after all this time, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, I feel like maybe you're doing it because you feel bad. I feel like maybe you're going out there because you want to make things better for who? For yourself? Do you feel like maybe the time that you spend away makes it better? Like the time that you stay away from the reality that is your younger brother by only 5 minutes. Don't forget that, Dorkan. Younger brother, regardless. Do you feel like you not being home with me, that maybe it would all go away? Do you feel like maybe you blame yourself? I don't want you to blame yourself, Morkan. I love you, brother. I do. I don't want you to blame yourself. It was not your choice to send me on my journeys. It was not your choice to have me lose my mind. Where did my mind go, Morkan? I don't know. I know I might have left it in the dungeons, oh, Morkan, speaking of which, I met a man the other day. He was elf also. I don't know what kind of elf. He had dark skin. He wore a very large hat with a feather in the hat, and he told me that he could make my mind right again. Morcon, can we go to him, please? Can we possibly maybe check with this man to see that he can fix me? He told me he can fix me, Morcon. Please, please. And scene fades out from them.
The Lone Hunter will whisper over to some of the other guild members. We need 2 bottles of sovereign glue. One to put his ear back on. The other is to do those lips together so they don't go tick-tock so much.
And then what will Celestina be doing during the time period?
What, sorry?
What will Celestina be doing? Hanging out with her sister Serena?
No, I think Celestina, she's the leader of the guild, right? She's got a lot of admin stuff to do, so that's probably what she's doing.
Okay.
She can't do that all the time because she's out adventuring usually, but she's got a bit of time now, so.
Alright, she's going to focus on guild administration.
Yeah.
And Serena will be scrounging around through the arcane libraries.
Yeah.
Searching for her spells, finding people to possibly trade and stuff like that. Because some of those, I recall, one was a 4th level spell.
2/3, 1 second.
Okay, well then that wouldn't be so difficult to find. It'll just still take time.
Yeah.
All right, and it'll cost you some inks and stuff like that. But as I mentioned, you have money, so no problem. All right.
The advantage of being in a guild.
Yeah. I mean, you got so much freaking money from the setting of the Hill Giant Chief.
Yeah.
Money's not a problem anymore at all. Next, all right. So the time has come. You've gotten your spells in your book. What would y'all like to do now? How would you like to start to proceed up? It's say January. The winter festivities are just over. You know, they're Candlemoss feast around the solstice.
So here's kind of what I was thinking about as kind of a plan for what we can do. So the last time that, from what you told me about your last assault on your assault on the Stadium of the Hill Giant Chief, it was really there were too many there for you to handle, and most of you got knocked out unconscious and got captured. So I think I might have an idea for a way that we can get some of them out of the fortress while we handle the people that are in there, and then handle the ones that as they come back. Now, one of the spells that I've been, Now, one of the spells that I've been researching, is called Magic Mouth. I can cast it on an object and give a specific and record a message that will trigger and play when. Sorry, that's a bit real world there. That I don't know if that makes sense in a fantasy world, but still.
Like that. Talking about message and recording. That's fine.
Yeah. So the idea is, we we record this message into one of Lone Hunter's arrows. I'll record it and do my best impersonation of a drow, and which we know is, which as you told us was one of the people behind all of this from the Hill Giants setting, and I will impersonate a drow telling them to attack a certain area, probably somewhere that they've already raided, because we know that the Hill Giants have already raided, and asked them to do that, and asked them to go and raid it, and then we've divided the forces so that we can do it in two waves instead of one.
Lone Hunter will just make a suggestion. If you're gonna do that, do you speak Undercommon or deep speech?
No, but I do speak Giant, which is probably what the Giants are going to speak, right?
Yeah, but if you're gonna impersonate a drow, then you want to make it sound as much as a drow as possible.
Yeah, well, I do not speak Undercommon, and I believe deep speech is a telepathic language, so I don't think I can speak that either. I have character. I speak Common, Elven, and Giant.
Then Lone Hunter would say, then with your female voice, because the Giants and everyone knows that the females lead the drow up in the hierarchy, then I would suggest then to use Elvish rather than Giant, and they can have a translator translate it for them, and it would sound a little more authentic.
Okay. I can do that. All right.
So how would y'all like to get up there?
So with Lone Hunter going out earlier, going out and tracking at some of the sites and whatnot, Lone Hunter would say, well, this trail was hit over here. This trail was hit over here. I heard some information from a caravan here and like that. So we're going to need to move through the area, and you puny elves may need some snowshoes and boots and some foot claws for the ice.
Okay, yeah. We've got all that ready, right, Michael?
Right, yeah, you'll have all the winter equipment you need. But I may remind something of you all. One of the items you did find in Chief Nazra's secret chamber was the chain that can teleport.
Yeah.
A bunch of people to the
yeah, I did remember that. I wasn't sure if we were going to use that or not.
That's what I was checking on. Otherwise, you're going, up into the Arctic in January.
Should we use the rope, the chain, then?
Yeah, well, I assumed that's what we were going to do.
Right. Let's do it, guys.
So, as we go to leave, Morkan will approach us and say, "Hey, listen, I'm not entirely sure how to tell you guys this, but I think my brother might have found a lead on restoring his mind back to what it once was, and I hate to disappoint. I want to thank you for embracing me in your guild, me and my brother, of course. But I think I think this is where we will we will bid you all adieu. I feel like I've always felt like my brother returning to the mind that he once had is more important than anything else. I know that the things that are going on currently are indeed dangerous, but the well-being of my brother takes precedence over the lives of the many. And I do apologize, of course. Please be safe and farewell.
Serena said, I can't speak for my sister, but I think we shall miss you, Morgan, and I expect she will say the same, that you would always have a place with us if you chose to return.
Yes, and if we do return, it will be definitely to accompany you on further adventures. But until then, please be safe.
Good luck to you, my friend.
And to all of you, Atreus, Rashik, Shardak, all of you, Lone Hunter, I appreciate everything that you've done for us. To those of you guild members that were here while we were away at the Hill Giant steading, I thank you for looking after my brother. It's all I can do to thank you for everything that you've done for us. And please take this token of my appreciation, and he'll take all of his riches that he's gotten with the guild and just slide over all the paperwork that marks it as his. And anyone who would try to push it back, he just kind of backs away and goes outside to meet up with Dorcon, and they go off into the distance together.
Lone Hunter would say, "Hold on, brother." He'll reach in his back and his quiver and pull out an arrow and give it to you and say, "Carry this in remembrance of me. And any Goliath that you show will know it's my arrow. And if you have it like this, we'll embrace you as a brother, even though you are a puny little one."
He'll kind of reach up and kind of pat your shoulder and say, you talk tough, but I know that I'll miss you the most.
And a slow, small tear will roll down his chiseled cheek over his beard with the bromance leaving.
And
I shake Morkan's hand and Dorkan's if he's there, and I say good luck to you both.
And Atreus will walk over, of course, and say, "Fare thee well. I hope that the both of you find safety and success in your current mission. Be careful, and please, if ever you need anything, do not be afraid to call upon Atreus. And I'm sure the rest of the party can agree with me when I say that our swords, our arrows, will always be here for you in the future."
Not all the swords. Some souls are more interested in slaying giants than all this fiddly missy matter. Suggest we make a full forward assault right now. We get in that there, and then immediately start sneaking the heads out of every giant we see until there are no more giants.
Atreus will turn around and just open the bag of holding and look at him. And kind of give Shardak a nod. Like you want a little bit of silence? You want a little bit of silence for a second.
Shardak just shrugged. He just has like all his furs on. He just says, "I simply ignore it."
I tried. Believe me, I tried.
Yeah, you are so much of a wuss. You couldn't attack some sleeping giants.
But I still have, although I have the great sword with me, I also still have my great axe with me as well.
Yeah.
She has got her +1 rapier and flame tongue short sword with her, so.
Yeah. Cool. Alright, so why don't you say it's Serena, because I'm assuming you're the most arcane knowledgeable of this. We'll lay out the chain upon the floor. Say magic incantation. And then the world grows black and gray around you. You feel your stomach leaps up as if you just were on a roller coaster or something. Your feet fall out from under you. You see nothing. And then suddenly all you hear is... And there's white and biting cold. And you look around you and all you see is it snow? Is it ice? You're not sure. And it's
by the way, can I say that I recorded the Magic Mouse spell on my own before?
In your own voice? In Elvish?
Yeah, in Elvish.
Okay. You can already have that recorded if you wish, yeah.
Okay.
But it is wind and it's biting, tearing even through your clothes, since I'm assuming you all had also put on your winter gear before you teleported. But it is windy, it's biting, there's ice and snow just flinging at you. And it is a literal blizzard going on here. You can't see more than 30 feet away.
Lone Hunter will look around, and he's going to be thinking in his head, "Where's my mother? I'm home."
While your tribe is at home in the upper elevations of the mountains and snow like this, you know that normally even you all do not venture this far north. This is like the very tip of, say, Point Barrow, Alaska or something. What's the most northern point in Canada?
Fucking
Hudson
Ellesmere Island, which is like at the North Pole.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, it's that close. You're freaking far north.
Like, what's the Arctic Circle?
60 degrees.
Yes. Well, isn't it like 66.6 or something?
I thought it was just 60 even.
Okay.
Unimportant, but whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because where I am, it's 52.
I just posted basically what I wrote for the message there in the chat, in the Google Hangouts chat.
Oh, looking now. The lady pleased with the efforts of your cousins. Oh, okay. This is the message that you recorded? Yeah. Isn't it like only 25 words or something, or is that like an old school thing I'm thinking?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's a certain number of minutes, but that's nowhere near even a minute. So.
Let's see.
Good.
Magic Mouth.
Of insert town. Those guys have already rated.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. 20 must be 25 words or less.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'll skip all that and just count that as 1.
Yeah, that's too many words, isn't it?
Yeah, the spell says 25 words or less, though it can be delivered over as long as 10 minutes time frame.
Oh, okay.
Just think of a shorter one, but whatever it is, you would have that message recovered, already recorded.
Right. So
you would know how long you got and what it can handle.
So my intention with this is to get them to send a raiding party out of the thing. So there's less people there.
Alessandra commands you to send a raiding party immediately to
Yeah.
blah blah.
Yeah.
Fucking now, bitches. You got some extra words.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer? At one point in time, Spike is outside lurking in her house, and she's like, "What are you doing out here?" In 5 words or less, and he's like, "Out for walk, out for a walk, bitch." Because
I just rolled a performance check to see how well I impersonated the drown, like told them what was going on, and there were a natural 20. So.
Oh, you rolled a natural 20 on your recording or whatever performance. So you do a pretty freaking good job of it. Yeah. All right, but it's just 25 words, real quick. Send out a rating to this place immediately now. 8 sons of bitches.
Almost that's like 28 if it matters.
All right. Yeah. But it's biting wind. Your senses are just assaulted by the sound of the wind and the snow and the ice just ringing across your face, and it's echoing. You're in like almost a valley, almost of just glacial ice and snow, or it could be mountains on either side of you. You're not sure because it's just all could be a mountain, but it's covered in ice and snow, or it could just be snow and ice that's mounded up on the side of you, and the wind is biting and driving.
Lone Hunter will holler back to
Lone Hunter.
Lone Hunter will holler back at his partners in this adventure and say, "Grab the end of each other's cloak. That way we won't get separated so easily."
I do that. Because Lone Hunter is the expert on this kind of thing. So.
Oh yeah, you have this. Your natural explorer thing attribute will help thoroughly in this.
And Lone Hunter will say, "I'll take point." Till we get to a better spot where we don't have such environmental conflicts.
I will pull up the rear. I will attempt to guard us from the rear.
Now, the ground that we're standing on.
Make myself light to doing that. Sorry.
The ground that we're standing on, is it packed snow? Is it ice? Is it dirt or frozen rock?
Icy snow. Like your foot when it crunches through it, and then it gets a little softer as you get underneath. And to you, it's coming up to just over your calf. Anybody normally 5 to 6 feet tall, man size, it'll be coming up to just above their knee.
Okay.
It would be difficult terrain to everybody, but you, Lone Hunter, because of the natural explorer ability.
Lone Hunter will tell them, "Break out your snowshoes and put them on. They'll help keep you above the snow."
Yeah.
Atreus will put on his snowshoes. Attempting to put on his snowshoes anyway, considering all the armor he's wearing.
It will not be easy, but it will be doable.
That's one thing Shardak's happy about, is that he doesn't wear armor.
Yeah, your armor is like, go ahead, stick your tongue to your armor right now. I dare you. I double fucking dare you.
The heck with sticking your tongue to it. The
I
cold
triple dog
sensation,
dare you.
the cold sensation in around the groin area would be enough to say, I don't like it here.
The cod piece.
Yes.
Your cod piece starts chilling.
I'll be quite honest. Where I once had a long sword, I feel I now have a dagger.
It's a little nippy outside, you know.
Yeah, I don't know how to top that one other than I carry a great sword.
Yes, I am very great.
Wow.
I'm the great sword of all time. Now, what we need to do is we need to head immediately up this side until we find the frost giant, and then you stick me the pointy end of me into the frost giant. Do you understand? Up that hill, young man.
And Lone Hunter, once his team is prepared with the snowshoes and the proper equipment, and
you're good.
That we'll start taking his way on up there, knowing that it's going to be difficult for his friends. He will not move at his full speed, and with the blowing snow and such, he's taking his time to be aware of his surroundings. As far as that, trying to look to make sure he doesn't get off track for a good trail to get into maybe a cave opening or such.
Give me a it's survival. Yeah, survival.
Okay, that's no problem.
Either that or intelligence. I don't fucking know. Nature.
I'll take survival since I'm a lot better at that.
Yeah.
As far as that, so that's a 17.
There you go. Yeah, it takes you. Let me roll. I found my D4s. It'll take you 1d4 hours. 1 hour, and you will find a nice little cave. That's it's only about 20 feet deep. The opening is plenty big enough for you all, and it protects you from the wind and the snow, although it is an ice cave. But a good base of operations.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of like your setting of the Hill Giant Chief, you find a place to hang out and chill.
Yeah. Lone Hunter, when we get up in there, will try to search it to see if there's any back entrances, a secret door, concealed door type of thing. So know whether or not we have to guard against that while we're here.
So we don't end up like Bilbo Baggins and the dwarves.
Give me an investigation check.
I'll help him.
You have advantage then.
Oh, that's I want to keep that one, but maybe I can get better. No, I didn't get better. 19.
You do not find any back entrances or anything. It's just that one entrance that goes about 20 feet deep and then ends fairly abruptly.
And Lone Hunter will come back with the crew and say, "We're safe here. We're solid. All we got to do is worry about this front. If we take some snow from outside and pack it along the front of it to build a wall to cover the wind from coming in and maybe hide us, give us some extra cover and protection." and then we can start a small fire. We don't want a real big one, but just a small little one, just enough for you to warm your pity paws, especially you fancy spellcasters that like to wiggle your fingers.
Oh, I say, well, we don't need to worry about finding firewood or anything anyway. I pull out my flame tongue, short sword, and speak the command word, and it bursts into flames.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that also produces heat because it does fire damage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like having a carrying a portable kerosene heater. Never thought of using it like such.
Where do you we're used to using stuff for weird stuff?
Next thing you know, the motherfucker's gonna start roasting a barbecue on it or some shit.
Yeah.
Atreus puts away his barbecue. No.
No kobold dogs tonight.
I'm thinking about you could shish kebab a bunch of stuff like a kebab and then just
Yeah.
flame on.
I would like to cast branding smite on my hot dog.
See, that's radiant damage. That's like microwaving it.
Oh yeah.
Hey, there's the equivalent of D&D ready meals, then you can use your might warm that up, right?
Oh yeah, MREs. You can well actually that would probably be like a thaumaturgy or something to heat up an MRE.
Oh, you could do that with precipitation or some shit like that. Just boom, warm.
Yeah.
Well,
See, that's one reason why I wanted to bring what's his face, Rashik, keep us more comfortable.
Yeah.
Well, if we really need to, if anyone's really needing to warm up out there, I can just cast prestidigitation on you and warm you up, like warm out your clothes.
Lone Hunter would say we don't want to put too much light out because we want to keep ourselves as possible. Light travels quite a ways, even in a blizzard.
Right. Well, then let's share body heat. Everyone cuddle.
Did we've blocked up the entrance, right? With snow.
I would think I'm working on it. I'm like trying to kind of pack a wall as high as possible.
A blanket or a tarp. You could hang a blanket or a tarp over the door as well.
Should I turn out the sword then?
Well, just like Lone Hunter was saying, just a small fire, not to throw off light, not a bonfire, but a small fire to throw off a little bit of light and heat.
Well, I don't think we'll have much choice other than a small fire. How are you going to find wood?
Well, I mean, that's why, like, the sword produces its own fire, so it's like, that seems like the best option. We don't need to use a spell slot or anything for it, so.
And building that wall will help hide some of that. So,
give me either survival or deception check, Lone Hunter, to see how good the wall is at.
I'll help him. I got a good survival. If he's wants to make sure this place is tight, I'll help him.
All right. Well, I mean, if you're proficient, you may have advantage on it then, Lone Hunter.
All right. That was not very well, but even with the proficiency, that's all of 13.
Still doing a decent job, unless somebody's looking directly at that ankle. Should be okay.
The first roll was a 1. If it wasn't for the second roll being a 2.
Wow.
And having expertise in survival.
Yeah. But unless somebody's looking directly, at
Okay.
the thing, it should keep the light to a minimum.
Cool. Cool. That's all. Just trying to stay in the spirit of the environment.
Yeah. All right. This sword will heat the place up a little nicely. The walls and the floor start to get a little slick, a little slippery, due to the ice melting a little bit as the chill is taken off the air. Is that a bong? Bong.
Yeah, it sounded like one.
So we wait till the blizzard eases off a bit and then head out, right? Or what's the plan here?
Lone Hunter would say, for our traveling that we've done for 4 hours, you may want to take a short little rest here.
No, it only took you an hour to find it. 1 hour.
An hour? Oh, okay. I thought with that 4 hours that you roll, that's
an hour. FOR,
okay.
an hour.
Okay. And all right, then that different perspective in Lone Hunter's head then. Can looking about, how's the storm going? Is it picking up, ebbing, or staying the same?
Give me another survival check, unless you can think of a better one for weather forecasting.
Well, there's either survival, nature,
Intelligence, nature, I'll accept that.
perception. But damn, that dice ain't liking me. That's a 12.
Not sure.
Okay. Damn. Get those ones out of the system now.
Yeah. You haven't been this far north ever, so you're like, I cannot tell you how much longer this blizzard would last.
From the history, like from the history that I've read, in the time in those 2 months,
I'll be back in a sec, guys.
Number one, can I take a few points to my history score? And number two, can I roll a history?
What would you like to know specifically?
Just kind of like maybe. Well, like I said, a lot of what I was kind of looking at is the history of the surrounding area. So that would probably
Of this?
yeah, like that would probably handle things along the lines of like an almanac that would say that would say like what do you call it, like weather around the area or just things like that.
Okay. You're near the Arctic Circle. You are familiar with the geography and the terrain. It is always cold. It is always winter up here. Snow falls all the time. It never really gets above freezing at all. You do know that this is the time of the year where it is always light. It'll be light for the next couple.
What month is it?
January.
Then it's dark all the fucking time.
I know I'm doing it opposite.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. I just felt like it.
Oh, that's all right. All right. Okay, bye.
Yeah. But you are right. And normally, and the actual, our North
All right.
is dark all the time. But yeah, here it's light all the time. The sun, the land in the midnight sun where the north wind blows. There has been very little human presence ever up here. It is a land of The Frost Giants, their kingdom, and has done for as far back in history as you know. There has been a length of peace with the current Jarl, Yarmur Yager, for several hundred years. Frost Giants are extremely long-lived. But since Yarmur Yager took over the Jarldom of the Frost Giants, there has been relative peace with Westmark. There was an incident a while ago where an ice devil tried to start a war between the Kingdom of Westmark and the Frost Giants, but some brave adventurers managed to stop that.
Mm-hmm.
The ice devil had his son, the Jarl's son, kidnapped and tried to put the blame on Westmark, and it was a big to-do. And I did a one-shot treachery in the frost realm with the Yodam. It was pretty good. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
It was
fun. So this is kind of history that I've read.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You also know that there are strange creatures that are like abominable snowmen that inhabit this area. You know that there are wolves that have adapted to the winter, that are, larger and meaner than normal wolves. There's also some fancy story about them breathing cold air or something, but who knows?
Love them.
Alrighty.
Long Hunter will ask him, is that poor Jarl's almanac?
Poor Jarl's almanac.
Yes, I had been reading some of the history to know what we would be facing when we got here.
Wow, I thought they were just myths. I've never seen one. Wow. Who'd you kill to get it?
No one. I just went to the local library.
Library?
Yes. The local library where even you can find anything that you might need to get yourself some decent type of knowledge. The more you know.
We were
And
probably
knowing
in
is
the same
half the
library
battle.
we were probably in the same library for a lot of that, for a lot of those 2 months.
I know. I saw you. I just kind of walked the other way. I didn't want to bother you.
Thank you for not disturbing me. It takes a long time uninterrupted stuff to get these spells right. Not like you fancy clerics and paladins. You just get your spells from your gods.
We're wasting too much time. There are frost giant blood that I need to drink. The sword pipes up.
Yes.
Do not be wusses, afraid of a little wind and cold. I was cold forged. Did you know that? I can handle it.
That's why you're so small.
I'm a great sword. Unlike Dagger Boy over there.
Atreus just kind of flips his hammer into the air, catches it. I wonder if a normal hammer can break a sword. How many hits would it take?
2. Me hitting you and you hitting the floor. You help me, furry man. Pick me up and stick me in him. I know he's not a giant, but damn it. And
I never
calling you furry man. I forgot that you're not Poontik.
No, Shardak, but he's really good at ignoring the sword. He just is.
It's like a little
it's just like having a TV on in the background, right? He just
I never thought I'd be more thankful that my weapons don't talk.
Yes. You are.
I mean, I out of character, I'm loving this, but in character, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, who wants a +2 sword of talkie?
a +2 sword is good.
Clearly not Atreus.
Alright. So what are y'all gonna do? You're just gonna hang out and wait till the wind dies down or something?
I will pass on. Obviously the more important information. Things like it's always snowing. What else? It never really dies down. It's always daytime.
This time of the year.
This time of year, yeah. What else did you say? I will, of course, mention the thing about. Oh, by the way, there was the one. There was one thing that that was mentioned in the books that I read about this area. There was a battle that was raised between the frost giants and the townspeople. However, uh, for the most part, their relationship had been good up to that point. It was actually raised by an ice devil. The ice devil had kidnapped the daughter of the frost giant's Jarl and tried to blame it on the good people of that place. Westmark?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. On the good people of Westmark. Uh, if for some reason we can remind them of their once good standing, we might be able to enlist the help of the frost giants again once more to fight at our sides.
Oh my God. You should have seen the face of the sorcerer in that game when he tried to firebolt the ice devil, thinking, "Oh yes, I'll fire on an ice devil. He'll probably be vulnerable or something." And your firebolt does no damage because devils are immune to fire. I'm like, but he's made of ice. It's fucking awesome. Just priceless. Continue.
There are even stories of a sorcerer who who no
Just think about it. If somebody describes you that is a big ice creature lurking over top of you, 10 feet tall, with big pointy teeth and cold emanating off his body, what do you think? You're like, yeah, I'll fireball that bitch, right?
Well, yeah, unless you know it's fiendish, and then
and he's like, I firebolt him. And I was like, look, I'm immune to fire.
How would you suggest we appeal to Atreus? Because I like this idea.
The sword. To be fair, the sword might not agree with us, but really and truly,
we have a bag of holding.
Really and truly, I can honestly give two shits what he thinks. But
why don't we pack ourselves in snow and march on like small, abominable snowmen?
Do I know, Michael? Do I know that you said giants have a hierarchy? Do I know about that hierarchy? We probably can't get the frost giants to help us against fire giants because they'll just.
Yeah, let's just say the ordning is something you all are passingly familiar with. You may not fully understand it or know the history or the origins of it, but yeah, you're familiar now, especially from your dealings with the hill giants.
Yeah, so we probably can get them to help us in our future adventure, but so that's off the table. Is there any way we can use this idea of appealing to their good side, I guess. Like you said, Idris.
Yeah.
I
I'll
mean,
tell you what.
it's
I'll give you all some information on giants, since I seem to be the only expert on giants. I will tell you right now how to make them extremely reasonable and will not bother you anymore whatsoever.
can I make a
Accept
guess?
me in them. That's what doesn't bother you again. Be agreeable after that.
Shodak.
Can we put him in the bag of holding again?
Actually, even better, Shodak. How opposed to leaving him in the cave are you?
I mean, if you all like to die, by all means, do that, because apparently you have no technical knowledge whatsoever.
His
I
mouth.
say the sword is the reason I'm here.
But
The sword's mouth may be worth the risk.
Steven? Or, not Steven. Atreus?
Yes.
The sword will pay off. It's worth it. It's just chatter.
He's just very annoying.
It's just chatter. I feel sympathy for the poor thing.
I don't.
must spill blood now.
It sounds lonely.
Do we got a plan?
Yes, I told you the plan. We march up to the top, find the entrance to the Frost Giant Jarl, and then slay everybody.
We need to decide.
See, and I point the thumb over my shoulder at the hilt, and I say, "See, that's a good plan."
So we need to decide how we want to do this. Do you want to, like Atreus said, try and appeal to her sense of honor and peace or whatever?
Atreus, in your history, you do know that the Frost Giants are not necessarily the most peaceful creature. Granted, there has been peace with the Kingdom of Westmark for years. You wouldn't necessarily call it they are peaceful. They've been, marauding and pillaging and other things. They just haven't been messing with the Kingdom of Westmark for a while. But not because they want to get along with them, but because they feel it's not worth the effort. The kingdom is strong enough to repel their attacks as a general rule. So they're not necessarily the most orderly bunch of people, nor are they the most disorganized out for each other group of people. Neutral evil.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Well, I said it before. Shardak has no love for giants because his adoptive father, basically, he was a ranger who had giants as a favorite enemy. So
well, in that case, I don't think we can fight the entire fortress at once. I think we should follow the
what the hell are you doing out here?
Wait, are you Serena or Celestina?
Serena.
Okay. Serena. I'm gonna ask you to rest your hand on my forehead after I say this. Know that my temperature runs at a steady 120 degrees already. But if it feels any hotter than that, I want you to understand that I am ill. But I'm not sure I can say this in good faith, but I will try. I think, even though I made the idea, the talking plan, but I think we might have to agree with the sword.
Well, I agree that we should go in and kill them all, but I think I think I probably told you guys about what I did with Magic Mouse, cast it on the arrow, get them to send them out to send out some of their people so that we could do it. So I think that's the best idea, to make sure we're not fighting the entire thing like I heard happened last time.
Yes. So knowing what we know about our enemies and the history that they have with the Kingdom of Westmark, simply ordering them to attack the kingdom, knowing that they have the means to fend them off. So simply ordering them probably would not work in our favor to split them, to split the party, if you will. I think playing to their fears, to their weaknesses, might be the way to get them to break apart. This way, we have a better chance at fighting the smaller groups of giants that clearly you want to fight against. But
what would you suggest?
Well,
I take my hand off his head.
I think, as I said, we're doing something more along the lines of maybe remembering, trying to look back, maybe talking to the Frost Devil himself, who originally started this problem. This problem originally. Maybe we can summon him if it's at all possible, or one of his lower denizens, that we might get some information on these giants.
So you want to bring in devils to get rid of the giants, and what are we going to use to get rid of the devils after?
Demons.
Well, if you think about it, the devil will probably be weak from fighting all the giants, and then we can just kill the devil.
No. I'm not asking for the devils to fight by our sides. I'm asking that we summon a lesser demon, or the devil himself, that fought against him, and then we banish him back to his plane.
Lone Hunter say, I see what you're saying. Instead of calling on the Ice Devil, we ask one of his minions, one of the Ice Sickles, to come and help us out.
I don't
like me, or does anybody else find it weird that the devil guy is asking to summon a devil? Marching up there, me and Frost Giants. That's the plan. Kill Frost Giants.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with this either. As surprising as it is to say, I agree with the sword.
I reach up and touch your forehead.
Lone Hunter will peer out the hole.
I don't know how comfortable I am with summoning a devil in any situation.
And see if he can determine approximately how far, or if he could tell how far up that they'd have to go to reach the top.
The visibility is not well at all outside. I don't even think there's a role in that. You can't really tell with the visibility level.
Okay. I just what I was looking for what we're standing at and like that. So The lone hunter will come back in. He says, it's just 200 feet up over that one big rock outcropping that's up there. I think we can make it if we stealth on up and we can sneak into it.
How far away is it time-wise?
Oh, just 200 feet. What? Maybe a minute or two?
Do we want to be invisible then?
Nah. Let Mother Nature wrap us in her invisibility.
All right. So, what's the plan, guys?
Well, I just reviewed my my prepared spells, and I actually don't have anything to summon a lesser demon anyway, so it doesn't matter. I think we should just make our way towards the setting and find our way in.
So we just spent like are discussing why we don't want to do a frontal assault and that we're doing a frontal assault. Okay, sounds good.
No, we're not going to do a full frontal assault. I'm just saying we get our way there so that we can find a way in that is not full frontal.
Okay.
With Samantha Bee. Sorry, I don't actually watch that show.
So I cast this magic mouse spell for nothing then.
Not necessarily.
No.
So you all.
Well, it says. Oh, by the way, it says that I need to put in a trigger for when the magic mouse spell will happen. So it's when any frost giants come within 30 feet of it. So if they come within 30 feet of Warren Hunter's arrow, then they're gonna do it.
They're gonna hear it. All right.
Yeah. It's gonna start playing.
All right.
And that's whenever they come through. So it'll keep repeating whenever. Yeah.
But it's only a one-shot thing. Like it records and then it plays, and that's it, right?
No, it's there until it's dispelled.
Yeah.
So it keeps on playing.
Time, right? It won't be like every frost giant comes within 30 feet of that arrow. It plays it again and again and again and again and again.
Yeah, it'll keep playing.
No way.
Yeah, I think it is.
I would say the spell duration is until dispelled. So you got a continual loop, basically, I guess.
I'm counting breaking the arrow as dispelling it then. No fucking way. That is. I remember there used to be something like you could make a magic mouth permanent to where it would do that, but you had to like use the permanency spell or whatever.
Yeah.
No, like M is before that. Mordenkainen, something or other. Minor, something or other.
Page 236.
Mage hand, magic circle, magic jar, magic mouth. 1 minute. Wow, it takes a minute? Who knew? Until the spell.
Yeah. It's not a combat spell.
You implant a message within an object in a range. A message that is uttered when the trigger condition is met. Choose an object that you can see and that isn't being worn or carried by another creature. That isn't being worn or carried by another creature.
Mm.
When that circumstance occurs, a magical mouth appears on the object and recites the message in your voice and at the same volume you spoke. If the object you choose has a mouth or something that looks like a mouth, for example, the mouth of the statue, the magical mouth appears there so that the words appear to come from the object's mouth. When you cast a spell, you can have the spell end after it. You can have it spell ends after it delivers a message, or you can remain and repeat its message whenever the trigger is met. So it's your choice on that one.
I think I think just because they may not hear it the first time, so I kind of want to have it repeat. That was my thinking anyway. What do you guys think?
Lone Hunter will say, I think we need to kick this mule in the butt and get going.
If the message would repeat, then it won't sound realistic.
Okay, it only got once then.
But I agree with Lone Hunter.
Yeah,
I think
we're going.
I think we need to shake a leg and try and get ourselves up there.
Unlike glyph of warding, which says the object that you glyph must remain stationary and can't be moved 10 feet from it, Magic Mouth does not. So while you couldn't have had the arrow being worn or carried by Lone Hunter when you cast it, I see no reason for it not to be picked up and moved later. So it'll function.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike glyph of warding, which means it must remain where it is. You can't just like cast it on an object and then pick it up and move it around. It has to stay where it is. Okay. So you all head out. Give me a survival check, Lone Hunter.
We've got the chain again. We're all holding on to each other. So Horn Hunter's doing the wrong.
And I would help him as much as I could because I'm proficient as well.
You may have advantage then, Lone Hunter.
Okay, great.
We're doing the combine.
That's better. That's a 25.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm like barbarian, and I got survival, that kind of stuff, that type of thing.
Okay. It takes you about 30 minutes, Lone Hunter, to lead them up to the top of one of the sides, and following along the ridge line, you see a large opening to a cave, and you see several frost giant footprints that have not quite been covered by the driving snow yet. They are massive footprints.
Lone Hunter will throw his arm up.
Although it has been quite a while, you can tell that since anything has passed through there. So any other creatures or traces would be fully covered. You have not saying that just because you find a frost giant and nothing else, you know that doesn't mean that only frost giants have crossed through.
It's the snow giant prints are easily visible even in the freshly fallen snow.
Yeah.
Lone Hunter throw his arm up, and he'll make sure that they and he'll point to them and make sure that the rest of them notice them.
Yep.
I noticed.
I'm gonna use my eagle eyes and check the and look at the entrance and make sure that there's nothing. Like no one keeping watch at the entrance. And I got my eagle eye totem thing. You know what I'm talking about.
All right.
So, although I don't have a great perception, I find it odd, that ability, because you can see things in fine detail even up to a mile away or fucking something like that.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, the visibility of the blinding snow will limit that. But yeah, if it were clear, you can see for a mile. But looking into the entrance of the cave, you can tell that there is still light in the cave. You're assuming it's not an actual rock cave, but
ice cave.
It is an ice cave. You can see some ambient blue light that will still shine through all the thick ice and snow.
Yeah.
That is covering it down. And yes, you do see a frost giant in there.
I say to Lone Hunter, there's a guard in the ice cave.
Okay.
I want to sneak up to like the outside of the cave and get a better look at him. But I don't think he's well, how far is he inside the cave? Is he like right at the edge, or is he like 30 feet in or 60 feet in?
He is significantly into the cave. He is, let's say that.
Okay, so yeah, he's in quite deep. I say, so perhaps we all should move up. Like we'll skirt off to the side so we're not walking right up straight point of view from the entrance.
Never mind. Ixnay that. I now see, I never saw, the first room is where you enter, but I never saw where it came from that. But now I see where the entrance is. Okay, never mind. As far as you can see into the cave, nothing but blue light. And it is a narrow passage. I finally have found the narrow passage where you enter at.
Oh, okay.
It's a horrible map. If you've ever looked at the map they have, it's freaking horrible.
Regardless, so we don't see a giant guard.
No, you don't. You just see, as far as you can see, is a narrow passage. I've now found the narrow passage before you get to that room.
Okay, well, I say it looks all clear, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to use my 40 feet of movement and go right, like, along the edge so I can get a clear look inside.
Okay.
I could stealth if you wanted me to. I'm not, like,
Lone Hunter will take and go on the opposite side of the entrance on that trail, and
I rolled a 20 for my stealth.
But I say narrow, it is still 20 feet.
Yeah, it's giant narrow.
Yeah.
Narrow.
But he'll go up that way. Shardak has some protection in case there's some guards that we didn't perceive.
Right.
Yeah. So I just like kind of rush up stealthing with the stealth 20, and I just like have my back against the wall, and I'll like slide against to get a good look inside.
That's what I'm talking about. Run faster. Not so carefully though. You can see up ahead that it veers. It wise. You're heading south out of here, and it veers one a little to the east, but southeast, and the other one veers southwest. It wise. That's what
okay. Well, I just shrug. I say it looks all clear, but the tunnel does branch off, and I'm gonna just wait for everyone else to like come up, and let's start going in here.
Yep.
Maybe someone to check for traps or something, but
Lone Hunter will get up there, and he'll turn around and he'll holler back at the other two in Elvish. Come on, it's all clear.
I start moving forward. Does Adrian speak Elvish?
No. I holler back in Infernal. What did you say?
Lone Hunter will bring his hands up to his mouth like to holler again, and he has a puzzled look on his face. The fires in the south is what he's mumbling to himself. What does that have to do with? Come on up here, it's clear.
Did he say it in Elven again or
yeah,
Common?
He'll say it in Elvish. And there's a reason why he's talking in Elvish, because what he's trying to do is put the support work with the arrow.
Mm. I still really don't understand you, but I'll move closer so
And,
that we can speak in person.
and Lone Hunter actually
I'm already up next to you at this point. By the way, I've got my movement speed is 40 feet, so I'm pretty fast.
Pretty fast.
So yeah, I move closer.
Lone Hunter get out the special arrow with the spell casted on it and his bow, and have that ready.
Wake does not speak Elvish.
What?
Wake, the sword, the great sword, does not speak Elvish.
Yeah,
Giant only.
Oh my God, we finally found a way to communicate without that asshole.
But we can't communicate with you the way it is.
That's fine. I'll teach you guys to speak Infernal.
You could just spend some time next time I have to learn spells, learning Elvish.
Or you guys can learn Infernal.
Well, I'll be learning spells.
Might as well learn Infernal now, because eventually you
Or you guys can all speak English or go back to where you came from.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're such a racist.
And Lone Hunter will start stealthing into the tunnel.
veering southeast or veering southwest.
Go west, young man.
Southwest it is.
All right.
The grade starts to get a little. It starts to go downhill. Pretty slick. And after about 50 to 60 feet, it'll open up into a larger room. And you can see to the east, there is a cliff 250 feet down. Just an ice cliff 250 feet down. But the room also opens to there are 3 exits or things. One to that heads back north, aside from where you came in. Another one heads north. Another one heads northwest. And there's a ledge that continues going southwest. But there, on the east side, it is a sheer cliff face, 250 feet drop down into a ravine. And you can see about 10, 20, 30, 40 feet across this ravine. And it rises back up again, and there's another ledge that's lower than the one you're on. You're looking down on it. And you can see passages off of it as well.
Do I see any guards or humanoid type things or the beast over around any of those areas?
You do not.
Lone Hunter turn around and tell him, "There's nobody home. But watch that one side. It's slick and it's deep. I'd suggest putting on those tiger claw.
Yeah.
The crampons or whatever.
Yeah, we can prepare for this, so we put on our appropriate shoes, the appropriate
ledge
stuff.
goes down, and as the ledge follows it down southward, you can tell that it is at a declining. It declines, not significantly, but not significantly enough to where it looks like you're going to easily get to the bottom of that ravine by following this ledge, but it does get lower.
Oh, and here I was just gonna say, can we just fucking sit on a shield and toboggan down?
It is damn near a sheer ravine.
Oh,
Try.
Also, we only have one shield.
Look like Chevy Chase.
Don't worry,
Christmas
I'll
vacation.
survive, and somebody will pick me up and then use me to stick in frost giants. Don't worry, frost giants will die.
And Lone Hunter will point out the other
You do not.
Yours exits or entrances.
or perhaps it'll be kept as a souvenir by a frost giant, just as you were from that.
Yes,
what was it? That cloud giant or whatever.
Me and other frost giants. Don't worry, we'll die.
I've just been saying things and not realizing that I went mute because I was moving stupid pots and pans.
It's okay. Atreus has been saying a bunch of things in Inferno, and I'm like, Atreus, comment, please.
That sounds about right.
To the west of this thing, there's a passage leading off almost directly north, and a passage going northwest, as well as a ledge continuing off the southwest. Or you could go down into the ravine, which seems to open up quite a bit. Or you could try to cross the ravine 50 feet across to the other ledge and see what's over there. Your choices.
I would say we take the easiest branch first.
Well, define easy. I can cast fly on all of us and get us across there easy enough.
Well, yeah, but that's still wasting a spell slot. We could also just turn and follow this.
Yeah.
The north passage or the northwest passage?
Yeah, just the one that...
Besides that, we want to deliver this message, right?
Yeah.
What better way to deliver it than to sink it into one of their guards or one of their dogs and let them discover it?
And do you guys remember way back in, what was it, the Sunless Citadel? It was like when Shardak...
I wasn't there.
The Black Dragon, right?
Yeah.
And it was like down in like a big fucking drop. And that's kind of what that big crevasse is reminding me of. I'm picturing it. There's like a fucking big white dragon curled up down there. So,
or the Andrew campaign where there was a big white dragon in the snow on the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's go then.
You know what would be even better? Fucking red dragon. You'd never expect it. Everybody, get potions of frost resistance and such like that. Be loading up on their fireballs. All right, we're going to go into that glacier and take out a white dragon, and then you get there and you're like, fuck.
Wrong color. The only time in history when you can actually like say without getting in trouble, God damn it! I wish you were a different color.
Okay.
Let's keep going then, guys.
But I still don't think it'd be safe to say, "Oh, I wish you were white."
Oh, fuck. Oh.
All right. So where to, fellas? North passage, northeast?
Yes.
The easiest path.
I say we go this way and point towards the easiest path.
Okay, so you'll head west into the room, away from the cliffside, and start to go to the one heading north. Let's assume that, right?
We're all good with that. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Clang, 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 clang.
All right. Are you all, besides you, trying to be stealthy?
Yeah, I'm being stealthy.
Oh, okay.
I am proficient in stealth because I have a criminal.
Give me your perception check.
All of us?
Sorry, not perception checks. Stealth checks.
23.
Pretty stealthy.
Okay, I don't know. Because Shardak actually isn't like super good at that at all.
Well, I mean, also you've got a sword that's going to yell bloody murder to any giants that we come across.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for giving it ideas there.
You said stealth, right?
See, now you got me so worried. I fucking rolled a 1 plus 2 dex. I rolled a 3 for my stealth.
Okay.
It's because your sword keeps distracting you, saying, "This is not a way for."
No, it's having to constantly justify the sword, which is distracting me.
I rolled a natural 8.
Holy mother of God!
Yeah.
Still,
One of my friends that's listening to us said that the frost dragon thing, like with the red dragon,
Yeah.
should that whole thing should go on a t-shirt.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I just noticed something was. All right.
Is there actually a dragon down there?
Yes.
So my stealth pretty much sounds like this.
Okay, this is doable. I was looking at the wrong thing real quick, and I was like, no fucking way.
I say.
And
I
yes,
say
no way. I was looking at the wrong thing.
I say in Elvish Sword Hunter that he's probably not gonna be noticed.
You notice Lone Hunter's not even trying to be stealthy. He's just he's just walking.
He's just yelling at everything.
I fade back into the shadows.
All right. So as you walk up north, it opens up into a larger chamber, and just a stench of animal. Just where the fuck am I? Oh crap! I lost my page.
My health insurance didn't cover my eyes. Speaking of health insurance, I need to sign up for new coverage this year. Can't wait to see how much my premiums are going to be. But
what the hell?
That's thank you.
That's what we hear as we walk in.
What the hell?
There's a dragon. I mean, there's a giant talking to another giant. So I can't wait to hear what my premiums are going to be.
So it's open enrollment now, you know, and
yeah. What the hell?
The stench
that popped up on my Facebook for some reason.
Strike your head, and then you look as let me get the room density. It's pretty big.
Why the hell did that pop up?
I have no idea.
Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to figure it out.
It opens up into a 70-foot long and 30 to 40 foot. It varies. It's not extremely square.
Yeah.
Because it's an ice cavern and it's slow game cavern. Because it's old school, they don't have a description.
Yeah.
They're just here. This is this room. What's in it? And you can see to the east, just about 15 feet from the door, there's another slight narrow 10-foot passageway or opening. But in the main chamber, you see 5 9-foot tall, ape-like, white-furred, Krampus-looking motherfuckers with big horns, like ram's horns.
Oh hell! Lone Hunter let loose that special arrow at one of them.
Okie dokie.
Those things look really, really warm. Maybe we can cut one open and sleep inside.
Their intelligence. They are intelligent. They're just speaking any language. Oh, languages, Yeti.
I don't think they're giant. They're giants though.
They are not. That's my point. So everybody, please give me initiative rolls. I'm gonna divide them up into 2 sets.
Right. Initiative.
18.
Initiative.
27.
Sure.
Fuck, what's my initiative? Oh,
Shardak rolled
10.
17.
17?
Yeah,
I got a 10.
Shardak. Yeah.
Okay. Shardak. Serena. Shardak. Things. Yetis. And Atreus. Bringing up the rear.
I'm going last.
Lone Hunter, what would you like to do?
Are these? Well, he's shooting that
Hello?
arrow.
They are not giants. They are 9 foot tall. They are technically large. They are monstrosities, if that matters to you.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, if they were aberrations or humanoids. So, but since they're monstrous, then I don't get my greater enemy pluses.
9 feet tall, quite strong, well built, big claws and teeth. That's a fucking big ass picture of it. That's a great picture.
And on the first arrow, which would be the special one,
yeah,
that will be a, let's see, that's 21.
That'll hit.
And on the second, that'd be another 21.
That'll hit as well.
And on the third, damn, another 13. 3 13s in a row. That's 3 21s.
Holy mother of God. Yeah, all hit.
All right. And let's see here. And on that first one, and I get sneak attack with that first one, right? Since they're surprised.
They were not surprised.
They were not. Oh, okay.
No sneak attack.
All right. So they'll have, that first one will take, there's 6 plus 9, 12, 12 points of damage on the first one.
Oh, okay.
And then the others are, well, it's 12 on the first, so additional 10 on the second, which is 22, and then 4 points on the last one. So 26 total points.
Oh!
And then he'll take his bonus action and hide.
All right, roll it.
Alrighty. And that will be stealth. So that's a plus 1. So let's see, 24.
Yeah. And you move back a little bit south along that corridor to break their line of sight and flatten yourself against the wall, disappearing from their sight. Serena, what would you like to do?
I'm going to cast a firebolt at one of them.
A firebolt or fireball?
Bolt. I'm not going to waste a spell slot on this.
Okay.
Fireball at what is their Yeti?
At just a regular Yeti?
Yeah.
Alright. Not the one full of arrows.
That is a 19th hit.
That'll hit.
I believe it's D8 for firebolt, right?
Not sure.
Firebolt, you said?
Yeah.
Let's see. I think it is, but firebolt is D10.
No, 3D10.
Right. And 3D10, right? Yeah. Plus nothing because cantrip.
Yeah.
24 points of fire damage.
Damn, that's not bad. As the firebolt slams up into it, you can see it. Its eyes grow big and it howls out in fright. It did not like fire at all. It is very
good to know.
Scared of it. Shardak.
Shardak will draw his weapon. He's going to draw his great axe.
Oh.
What?
Wade is not happy.
Well, they're not giants, so he can just be patient. I draw my great axe, and screw it. I'm going to rage as a bonus action.
I would like to rage.
And how many are hurt?
There are 2 that are injured that you see. You see 3 more milling around.
Are the 2 that are hurt, are they like somewhat close to each other?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go so that to have both of them close to my threat and range. And I'm gonna attack the first one, basically the one with the arrows.
Alright.
I'm raging, and I'm gonna Great Weapon Master. No reckless though.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanna like not lose too many hit points on these guys. Oh, really good roll. I rolled a 25.
Yeah, that'll hit.
31 points of damage.
Oh, you cleave him in twain.
Jesus.
I
He's
will
already bloodied from the.
take my second attack on the other guy. A dirty 20 to attack.
As well.
24 points of damage.
He lives. Barely.
Okay, and I don't get a bonus action attack because I raged.
Oh, yeah.
That guy's taking 48 points of damage there, right?
Yeah, actually, correct.
So I'm done. But
Yeah.
Shardak is in combat with his great axe, and I'm raging.
You cut off one of his arms as a monster from. He's writhing in pain and yelling, and he will bring down his claws upon you. Okay, look. Because that's what they are. They are Hoff monsters. Alright, he's going to look deeply into your eyes. Give me a Constitution saving throw, Shardak.
I will. Okay. 17.
17 total?
Yeah.
Okay. You will take 10 points of cold damage.
Okay.
What if that his 17 is a pass?
No, my bad. No, never mind. You take nothing. Sorry.
I was also gonna say that he also gets aura protection.
No, he went away from you. He's not on aura protection.
Oh well, shit.
Yeah, I moved right up into melee with him.
Paralyzed unless it is immune to cold damage. Target can repeat the saving throw each of its turns. It doesn't say anything about half damage or anything, right?
Read it again. Beginning part. I don't need to know about any conditions.
Must succeed on a saving throw against a magic or take, and you succeeded, so you're not taking anything. So nothing happens.
Yeah, it's a nothing effect.
Okay. And he will lash out at you with his claws.
Okay.
He's the one that's on fire, right?
I wouldn't say he's on fire, but he's frightened. What is he, +6 hit? Just FYI. He is doing so. Oh, wow, 2 15s. That's a 21. He has disadvantage on these attack rolls because he's frightened of the fire. Yet he gets the lowest number on all 4 dice I rolled was a 14. So he still hits you with both his claws. At disadvantage. Target must take. Okay. And you'll take from the first claw attack, you'll take 5 points of piercing damage and 4 cold. And on the second claw attack, you'll take 6 piercing and 5 cold.
So 9 total. All right.
And that was that guy's turn. There are 3 others in there. They have a movement of 40. One other will also attack you with his claws. This guy is not to disadvantage. And he will hit you and miss you with 1 claw attack.
Nice.
And the one that hit will scrape at you for 10 piercing and 5 cold. Now, the other 2 will rush out past you to where you came into the room where they saw the fire flinger.
Yep.
And one of them will look at you as he's coming up to you, Serena, and give me a Constitution saving throw, if you would, please. You are within the aura of protection.
Woo! You can add, what is it, my charisma? Yeah, you add the +3.
Okay.
Is it also a fear thing, or is this like a regular attack?
It is not a fear thing.
Okay, so it's just regular.
Wizards don't have proficiency in cards, so I did roll a natural 20, there was a 25.
Oh, okay. So
Is that plus my 3?
Yeah, that's including a 3.
Okay.
But he will still reach out with his claws. And he will hit you with a 22 total. And I can't tell what that other one is. That's the 14 total. No, it's the 16 total. That's to hit. So now
I shall shield.
He's going to shoot.
Shield will take you up. Let's assume you have both your weapons drawn.
Yep.
You don't have both your weapons drawn. You cast a spell. You need a hand. Unless you have Warcaster.
Yeah.
You have the Warcaster feat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Weapons drawn then. So that shield will make that one miss. And then Atrix, if you would please give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Just give me 1 second so I can move this very, very hot pot off of this.
By the way, Michael, I don't know if he was simply frightened because my flame tongue would have been what?
Only if they're damaged by fire.
Oh, okay.
And I believe flame tongue takes the bonus actions to light.
Well, okay. I'll do it on my turn then.
That's going to be a 16 altogether.
Right. You're good from the chilling gaze of it. However, he will strike at you with his claws, and one will hit, the other will miss.
All right.
And you will take 6 piercing and 3 cold damage from his claw attack as he slashes down upon you. And then remember I told you there was a passage to the east, or an opening to the east?
Yes, sir.
Out of that room comes another Yeti. And he is wielding a huge greatsword. Why would he? I don't know why he would, but he does. I'll give him a multiple attack anyway. And he will he'll come out and cast to the side. Let me see here. Oh, you both made your saves, so no worry about the chilling gaze. You are immune to chilling gazes of all of them now. So which one will he attack? 1, 2, 3. Serena. 4, 5, 6. 3 it is. Serena. He will bring his great sword down and chop at you twice. He needs a 19 to hit you, and does.
I shielded, so it is.
Yeah.
I shielded, so it is 23, right?
That's 4. since you have both your weapons drawn, it's 19.
Yeah.
After 24, he needed an 18 to hit you, but he still didn't get it. And so that would be their turn. So you are now 2 on you, Serena. It is now 8 hits. What would you like to do?
All right, so there's 2 on Serena, who is pretty much next to me.
Yes.
Um,
On you.
You said what?
And 1 on you.
1 on me. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's see what I got.
It's a gleaming great sword. It is actually so gleaming, it is brilliant, giving off a pale blue light.
Ooh. I think I like it. I like how shiny it is. Let's see here.
That frustrator.
Would they be able to understand me? I will take that as a no. All right. Nah. All right. Cool. I will take out my my hammer and I will swing the hammer mightily at the creature in front of me for a natural 13.
You hit him.
All right, that is going to be a D8 plus. All right, so 2D8. That's going to be 6 plus 4 is 10 points of damage altogether.
Okay.
And then I will use my extra attack on the same creature, of course.
That's an extra D8 of radiant, right?
Yes,
Okay.
one of those was.
Okay.
Let's see. I might have missed here, but does does a 10 hit?
No.
All right.
Dodges to the side, or as you're bringing your sword arm up, it with its massive, huge claws, he backs your sword arm away. Anything else for you, sir?
No.
Okay.
I would like to cast Sanctuary on.
Bonus action?
Yes, that's a bonus action.
Okay.
Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must make. All right, I want to cast Sanctuary on Serena, please.
Okay. Just one question about that as you're reading it. What happens if the target makes an offensive move?
Does
The spell end if the recipient of the spell does something offensive or aggressive?
Spell doesn't. On failed save, the creature must choose. If the water creature makes an attack or casts a spell, that
Plus, yeah.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And also, what is the area of effect?
I think it's person.
No, it's person.
It is? Okay,
yeah.
I thought it was even a self only.
Do you have bless? That'd probably be more useful right now.
I don't have bless. However, I can give you a shield of faith.
That's a
all right. Cool.
Is that so?
So you will be adding a +2 bonus to your AC for a duration of 10 minutes.
Isn't that so?
I'm sorry?
Is that not so?
No.
Okay.
All right, thanks. Because I didn't want to use my Blaze song yet because I think we're going to be fighting more than these guys today. So I wanted to save that, so that'll help. Thanks.
Yeah, these are just busters. Well, they're level 12 level busters, I suppose. All right, Lone Hunter, what would you like to do? Range 60 feet.
Lone Hunter, how far away is the one that had the big bluish looking sword?
Not far at all, say 10, 15 feet. You just ducked beyond to get out of range to hide.
That one's in combat with me, right?
Yes, he is.
Lone Hunter, all right. Lone Hunter, as a bonus action, will go ahead and cast Hunter's Mark on it. And then he'll go ahead and take 2 shots at it.
You will get your sneak attack hit on one of them because you have an ally, and you'll have advantage because you are hidden. Multiple reasons you'll have your sneak.
The first one will be a 17.
All right, that'll hit.
And the second one will be an unnatural 20.
That will hit as well.
And let's see here. That 1 sneak attack and sneak attack is a 2d6. Yeah.
Oh, you're a 2d6 on your sneak, man?
Yeah, brother. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2d6.
Okay.
Let me double check that.
Fourth level, 2d6.
Yeah, he's fourth level. I think it's 46. At third.
Yeah, third and fourth.
Yeah. So he'll take a total
Or doggy footprints on my books.
9, 12,
Bad dog.
15.
Oh, wow.
19 and 6 is 22.
That awkward moment when you're trying to boil water with no fire.
Oh, man. 25 points of damage total between the sneak attacks and the Hunter's Mark and 2 arrows.
That's both attacks?
Yep.
Okay. So, wow. He's still bloodied. You bloodied him in one arrow. Well, 2 arrows. But you bloodied him. Anything else for you?
I did a bonus action, so I could move, which, yeah, you said he's 15 feet or 10 feet away from me?
Yeah.
All right, I'll move. We'll say if I can, about 25 feet away from him and away from the other. I'm trying to keep that distance between me.
That'll take you off of that passive almost, and you'll be back at the room with the ledge. Granted, you'll still be quite far away from the ledge, but
no, I don't want to go that way. Just someplace inside that room.
Oh, okay.
Moving in there, but keeping from the big guy. The extra 25 feet, which would put it at 35 or so in there that would fit, and keeping at least 25 from the others.
They're
Say what?
They're pretty fast. They're quick little buggers.
All right, that's fine. I still have my reaction to deal with them.
Serena, your go. What would you like to do? You're in melee.
As a bonus action, I would like to speak the word for fire in Inferno, and the flame tongue short sword ignites in an orange flame, and as I swing it at the guy with the great sword, I cast green flame blade on him.
All right. Roll it.
27.
That will definitely hit him.
All right, 1 sec. Just getting my dice out. Well, I already have my dice out, but you know what I mean. All right. The guy with the great sword takes 20 points of damage. That's including the piercing and fire damage. And the other guy takes 6 points of fire damage. Oh, and I forgot to add my dexterity modifier, so that's an extra 4 to the first guy.
And green flame bag, it is fire damage?
3 piercing, and the rest is fire.
Oh, okay. Wow, they mixed it up. Piercing and that? That's amazing. Okay.
Yeah, it does the weapon damage plus fire damage.
That's weird. Okay. I can see it doing, I just don't see it doing weapon damage. I don't see it, but okay.
It does though, because it coats your weapon in the cantrip coats your weapon in flames, and you get to make a melee attack.
Yeah, and
it just does extra fire.
The splash damage. I don't see it doing weapon damage. Not the splash.
That is including the green flame, the flame tongue, flaming damage as well.
Huh.
In that.
Both of them start getting their eyes grow wide and they back up a little bit from you, not like actual physical, but
yeah.
Fire bad. Oh, Shardak. There's 2 on you. One has his arm missing.
Well, the one who is the one I hit last time? Is he still up?
Yeah, he's got his arm missing. Yeah, you.
It is the guy who has his arm missing. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna really continue. I'm raging and I'm great weapon mastering, but I'm not reckless. Because, like I said, I want to keep some of my hit points here. What? Oh, terrible. An 8. That misses.
That does miss.
13.
There you go. I know you still want to roll the damage.
Yeah.
But you may be thinking about how you'd like to describe your kill.
25 points of damage.
He had 3 hit points left.
He's missing an arm. I cut off his leg, and as I run by him, slicing off his leg, I just continue on to another guy.
Melee with you.
Yeah, well then, I'll just let the weapon just continue swinging through with momentum to strike him for my my bonus attack for dropping that guy down to 0. Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does hit.
Oh, good.
They are large, unarmored things. Their fur and hide is a little thick, but not significantly. AKA 12 is their AC.
24 points of damage to him.
He is not quite bloodied, but almost.
And really, that's all I can do.
Mm-hmm.
3 attacks, 2 of which hit.
All right. It is their turn. That guy who you just whacked mightily going through his other one. Since Chilling Gauge is no longer effective, you are immune to it now. He will Ooh, somebody isn't, though. He will slash at you with his claws for a 20 and a 21 to hit you.
Well, hits.
Both unnatural. Yeah, 14 and 15. I roll well when attacking you and shit when attacking everybody else. I'm sorry. You'll take...
Hey, you don't. To be fair, you don't need to hit me that much to kill me, but if I don't shield, you would hit me.
Yeah, fair enough. 8 piercing and 4 cold from the first one.
How much piercing?
8.
Okay.
So total 12 for that first
Yeah.
hit. And the second hit will be 8 piercing as well and 5 cold. So total of 13, but it reduces to half the same as it did. Okay. Atreus. The guy on you will reach out and string at you with his claws. For the best out of his 2 attacks was a 16. You just managed to just buff him away with your shield. The 2 on you, Serena, are both very trepidatious because of the fire you've used at them.
They're fighting, right?
Yeah, they're still fighting you. They just have disadvantage on their attacks. So I'm switching out. I don't like that dice anymore. I'm switching him out. I can't tell. He's like been chewed up by the dog. I can't tell what the numbers are very well. And his first claw for the first one's going to miss. 18. Close if you weren't wielding both your weapons. With disadvantage, that still would have hit. The second one will go with a miss with his claw rake and a miss with the other claw rake. But as you're going by, one of them will lock eyes with you, Lone Hunter. Give me a Constitution saving throw, if you would, please. Now that they can see you. Lone Hunter. No.
I had my muted. I mean, that's not too bad. That's a 16 for con.
You can feel the cold stare of him fall upon you, but your heart is strong and pure, and you will not be bowed by his gaze. The reason is I was looking at the Abominable Yeti. The page behind it has a con saving throw of 18.
Oh, that would have got me.
I was like, holy shit. Now I realized, hold it, this is Abominable Yeti, not just Yeti. Oh, okay. There we go. 6 of those Abominable Yetis? Fucking TPK, dude. It's a bad one. Atreus, your go.
All right. Let's see here. I must remind myself of the spells I have at my disposal.
Oh, you even had a shield on you. They definitely would have missed.
Yeah.
A shield of faith for Serena. That definitely would have missed then. 21.
I would like to use that does no damage. I like damage spells. What the hell was I thinking when I prepared this list?
Paladins cast Smite.
Yeah. How close is the guy in front of me?
He is in melee with you.
Nice.
I'm
gonna reach my hand out.
Trying to bite you.
I'm gonna just reach my hand out, but I still have to make a melee spell attack, but which I believe is +7. Because I'm gonna try to inflict wounds.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right. I need my dice tower. 9 + 7 for a
16.
awesome. So that is 3d10 of necrotic damage. That is. You know what? I'm gonna do it at 3rd level.
Oh, what does that mean?
That means that it is now 5d10.
5d10. Holy shit.
Yeah. All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's ooh, good numbers, good numbers. We're going to the racetrack today. All right, let's see here. That's going to be 28, 29. 29 plus 7 is 36 points of damage.
You reach in and you grab his heart and start going. What was that from Temple of Doom? Kumbala! Kumbala! And his heart almost pulls completely out of his chest, but not quite. Instead, you see it sludged and blackness of the bruising from the heart show up all over his face, and his eyes grow pale and ash. He is still alive, but barely.
But barely. Oh wait, I did make a melee attack though, technically, right?
No, that was a spell attack.
Son of a bitch! I was trying to.
I mean, it was a melee spell attack, but with smite has to be a weapon attack. Has to be.
Oh, all right.
You need green flame blade. Because that you make a melee weapon attack with that, so that's part of the spell. So you get your green flame blade attack and smite attack.
Thing with green flame blade, I suppose you would. Huh. Cool.
All right, and I guess that's my turn because it costs 1 action, and all my bonus action spells kind of suck ass.
Huh?
So yeah.
Lone Hunter. You are not bowed by the gaze of the Yetis.
Actually, you know what? Real quick, I'll bonus action cast Divine Favor.
That's you need to have a cantrip and a bonus action. You can't cast 2 level spells in the round. Even with
Okay, my bad. All right, yeah.
Right. Go. Lone Hunter.
Lone Hunter will. He's looking at the big guy with the sword. Is he still standing?
Your hunter's mark still flows on him, but barely.
Okay.
Barely. Your mark holds on.
All right. And what the Lone Hunter will do is he'll take 2 shots at him. Say what? Say what?
Shot at the moment.
I didn't get that.
Just take 1 shot at the moment.
Oh, okay. Oh, crit.
All right. I know you want to know how much damage you do. So you may be thinking about, while you're rolling your damage dice, how you'd like to see him fall to the ground.
Well, that's kind of easy as far as that. And let's see here. On that 1 shot, we'll take.
You'd have attack doubled, your hunter's mark doubled, your arrow damage doubled.
He takes. Let's see here. There's 7. There's 6. That's 13. 23 plus another 6. So 29 points of damage.
He had 2 hit points.
And what he places the arrow right since he was facing off with Serena, right in the back base of the skull. He'll sink the arrow and have it come right out his ugly mouth and teeth, blood splattering forward onto Serena. The Yeti's knees get weak and wobble. His arms are up with the sword, and he falls off to the left of Serena like a great mountain.
Serena becomes a Dragon Age character.
And then for his second attack, he'll turn quickly to the whoever is the next to the I guess the left of Serena.
There's one other one in melee with me, so you'll be firing that one. I guess.
All right. And let's see here. That will be. Let's see here. That's an 11 plus. Where is that? 11 and plus 8, so that's a 19 to hit, right?
Yeah.
And he gets no hunter's mark and no of the other, so no sneak attack.
You have your bonus action. You can move the hunter's mark to him.
Yeah, I'll do that then. Yeah, I'll move bonus action. I was going to hide, but I was going to use the bonus action for that.
Your choice.
And no, that's fine. That's good. That actually probably makes a little bit better sense. And that arrow will do 9 points of damage.
Oh, but he is still alive. This guy was not badly injured at all.
And then with his move action, let's see here. Can he? How close is are the others?
The ones Kardak is fighting are probably about 25 to 30 feet. The one that Kardak is fighting is 25 to 30 feet away from you. And the one fighting Atreus and Serena are about 30, 35 feet away from you.
Okay.
Have you pictured up at the top of the back with your wall to the back of the ice cave?
Okay. Lone Hunter will move forward 5 feet, trying to put himself equidistant between both groups.
Uh-huh.
And that's where he'll stop.
Okie dokie. And then Serena.
Are there any still alive in melee with me?
Yes.
Okay.
Out of his back, and he's slightly singed from your green flame blade. Otherwise, he is fine.
Do I need to? So green flame blade. It says you need to nominate two target. You need to nominate a second target when you hit someone. Like, can I just not do that and cast green flame blade?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna cast green flame blade on them again.
Okie dokie, yeah.
Because the only other suitable target here is Atreus, and I don't want to target Atreus.
Or you could just go attack, bonus action, attack.
Yeah, I could do, but I think.
Huh?
No, I think no. Yeah, I think I will do that because I think I can actually do more damage with that. Actually, so yeah.
Use your green flame blade. Use your flame tongue.
Short sword,
primary one, and then your rapier as your offhand attack.
Yeah.
So 2 short swords.
Well, my first short sword attack is a critical hit.
Uh-huh.
Damn. And I roll 4 6s, a 5 and a 4. So that's 24 plus 9 is 33 points damage.
Yeah. Plus your dex.
Well, my dex is plus 4, so
37. That will just be enough to kill him. Just.
All right. Slightly annoyed with that these Yetis are such a nuisance. I stabbed my green flame with my flame tongue blade, which is still spurting green sparks through the the Yeti's chest, and the fire consumes him.
Wisps of cold air come out of his chest, mixing with the flame to create some sort of steamish mist.
Yep.
Now, you can, if you want, walk over, just a couple feet over to the Atreus and engage
I'll do
on
that.
him with your other extra attack in your offhand if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
All right. 26 to hit.
That will hit as well.
He takes 24 points of damage.
Off of 3d6?
Yeah, 666.
That's 18 plus your thing is plus your dex is
22 rather. Yeah. No, sorry about that.
Okay.
Weird.
Max
Yeah,
damage.
22.
He is dead. He almost pulled his heart out of his chest the last time he went. That guy was pretty much dead.
All right.
And there's one left on.
I give it just a nod. There's how many left?
There's one on Shardak who would be pretty much about 40 feet away. That was almost Shardak's entire move to get there.
Well, I have 4 feet movement, but I use some of his square attack addresses, right?
Yeah. You could walk near him, but that'd be about it.
No, I'll just stay where I am. If I need to, I can fireball him next turn.
Okay. Shardak.
Wham, bam. This is the last one.
Yeah.
I'm going to chop it down because that's what I do. That's what I do. An 11?
No, just miss.
Second attack. There you go. 22 for total.
Go. That'll hit.
28 points of damage.
Oh, yeah, 27. Oh.
I just cut him across the abdomen and spill his guts. They just start uncoiling onto the ground.
And I thought they smelled bad on the inside, on the outside.
Yeah, I thought they smelled bad on the outside. Totally.
Yeah. And the smell just fills your air, and the steam of it just plops down, and the blood freezes.
I'll use my movement to run away from the pile of guts and run to my friends.
Okay.
Still raging.
Can I have a look at this blue greatsword?
It's a blue, slightly glowing greatsword.
Can I make an arcana check on it?
Sure.
Lone Hunter will try to recover as many arrows as he can.
26.
It is definitely magical. That shit ain't normal for it to have to exhale a pale blue light.
All right.
You're expecting it probably.
My strength. Hey, can anyone carry this? My strength is 8.
It feels cold to the touch too. It feels cold.
I would definitely be able to wield a weapon such as this.
Does it speak?
It does not speak to
I'm
you
not sure.
at the moment, at least.
I'll pick it up.
No, you pick it up. It feels cold to the touch.
Okay.
If it's a great sword, it is two-handed. You will not be able to use your shield.
Oh no. I pick up the sword. Shield. kind of just frustratedly like throw the damn sword back on the ground and walk away. Like kind of mumbling under my breath, like I'm never gonna have a damn special sword like everybody else.
Hey, you can use it, right?
I mean, I can, but I won't be able to hold my shield and the sword.
Lone Hunter, seeing it being thrown down on the ground, will go over, pick it up, and put it across his back.
It feels cold.
I'll take a look at it later when we take a rest, see if I can work out what it does.
Other exits to this cave is there's one in the south part, just south of where Shardak was fighting.
Does anyone need any healing before we continue?
When Shardak's rage subsides soon after, I'm going to wipe off my my axe, clean it off, and I'm going to put it on my back. And when you suggest if anyone needs some healing, well, I'm down a considerable amount. Almost a third.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm down on a scale of 113. Yeah, I feel like about an 85.
You were having that damage though, right? Or did you have the cold or something?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Sure. What'd you say your max?
And the thing is, and every attack, Michael, they were doing probably, like let's say 12 points of damage.
Yeah.
And that was 2 attacks. So it's 24 points. So I was taking pretty much 12 damage from each guy.
Yeah.
Holy shit. What'd you say your max was again?
113.
113.
So I need like 40. Well, 85, almost, 40, whatever it is. 20. My math is,
30 would take 28 total.
Yeah, you need like 28. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
28 is a legit number.
Take it.
While that's going on, Lone Hunter seeing this and saying, you know what I need to do? He's going to cast Goodberry and have those good berries ready in his belt pouch.
Okay. There's also that room that the blue sword wielding guy came out of to the east of the major part of the ice cave.
Wait, how much did you give me?
28.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I brought you back to max. Anybody else?
I didn't take any damage.
I didn't take any damage.
I took like 9. So.
Those berries. Could I have a few of them? If someone goes down, I can get to them easier than you can. It may be better to have some so that I can get them back up.
Or in case you go down, I can feed you one.
Yeah, there's always true. Yeah. Lone Hunter will go ahead and he'll give her 3 berries.
Okay.
And then he'll give Shardak. Let's see here. There's 3. He'll give Shardak 3. He'll give Atreus 3.
At least 1 for you.
That's all right.
Okay.
That way the party's taken care of. I can cast that again if I need to, or I can cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah, fair enough. You have other options.
Yeah. That way, it does take care of the party in that sense. And then Lone Hunter, after dishing those berries on out, will turn around and let the party know that big guy came out of that out of that hole in the wall.
Well, should we go that way then?
Well, we aren't going to turn around now, are we?
Of course not.
So let's
Come
go.
on then. Let's go.
DM, real quick. I just wanted to let you know that I also took the 9 hit points that I needed to get back to full.
Okay. The small little passage opening thing that he came through opens up into a roughly diamond-shaped, rough-hewn ice cave type thing, and there's a big mound of snow in the top. It's about 20 feet per side of the diamond. And no other exits or entrances.
They're looking quickly around the room. Is there anything in there outside of this big mountain of snow that stands out?
Not really, no.
Okay. Now, does it look like that snow is coming down from like outside, like a hole up to the outside, or was it something that was carried on in to make a bed, like a snow bed or a feather bed?
It was carried in or chipped away, because the ice and snow, the walls of the cave are kind of like, hard packed snow that have kind of iced. Maybe he just, shaved it off of that or carried it in from somewhere. Either or. You're not sure which, but one of those.
Guys, I think we need to. Lone Hunter say, guys, I think we need to check this place on out. This one Yeti that came on out of here swinging that big sword, he had to be the leader, so he may have stuck something in around here or have another passage someplace.
Then let's investigate the area. See what we might find. He had to come from somewhere.
And Lone Hunter will give whoever's investigating a helping hand with that to have an advantage.
I'll make the roll then. I've got investigation. So advantage.
So what are you doing? Like, what are you doing to investigate? Like, describe what you're doing.
Feeling around the walls for secret doors, stuff like that.
Okay.
Lone Hunter and helping them will be poking in, digging through that pile of snow.
All right, roll it.
24.
Well, you find nothing on the walls that would ascertain any sort of secret door or anything, but poking through there, you hit something hard in the a couple hard things in the snow pile. Brushing it away a little bit, you see that they are fairly large tusks. Ivory.
Ooh, pricey, pretty.
What have you found?
Many of them. There are 11 total.
We found these nice teeth here. These long, pointed, pretty white, pearly teeth.
Are they attached to anything, or are they just?
Are they walrus tusks or narwhal horn?
Let's go with walrus. Are walrus tusks ivory?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, so they're not that big then. They're just like.
Wait,
well,
They're pretty damn huge. Walruses are like.
No, but I mean like I'm talking like compared to
Elephant? Yes.
like an elephant. Yeah. That's
Oh yeah, they'd be like the size of your arm almost.
yeah. How many pieces did you say there were?
There are 11.
All right. Let's gather these tusks. I know they would sell for a pretty decent price in the right corners of in the right corners. Let's leave it at that.
All right. Let's go.
Would you like to see all of them or just a few?
Well, there's 11 of them, and what the DM said they were 2 pounds a piece. That's 22 pounds.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how much weight you guys are carrying.
We can come back for them.
Yes,
yeah.
I mean we could come back. This is true, but the right trader would find these ivory horns here and make use of them sooner than we could if we left them.
Just if somebody had failed their saving throw on the chilling gaze, you would have been paralyzed.
Yeah.
And take cold damage.
Nice.
Lone Hunter will say the Celestina, right?
Serena.
Why don't you get that fire sword of yours on out and melt away a hole big enough where we can bury these, and then we'll take some of the snow and ice and remelt it over top of it, and that way we can protect it for when we come back to get it.
All right, sure, I'll do that then. How long is that going to take, though?
I don't know. Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm not even. Yes, I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know. I mean, how long does fire take to melt ice? I don't know. A deep enough hole, probably like 5 minutes.
It depends on how hot the fire is, I guess.
And how thick the ice
is. I bet you it'd be quicker for me to chip one out with my great axe because, like, trust me, it's not that easy. Because, like, you can build a fire when you're ice fishing. You can build a fire right on the lake. It won't ever fucking melt through.
Yeah. All right. So, Sading character
rises. Remember, heat rises. So.
Shodak, would you like to maybe help dig a hole? Maybe you and I, your axe and my hammer.
Sure, that'd be way easier, I would think, if you guys insist on digging a hole at all. But
how big is the hole going to have to be? Because these tusks are quite big, aren't they?
Maybe the size
probably
of your
probably something the size of a chest. I would say we'd have to make kind of 2-3 feet by 3 feet by, I don't know, whatever it is, 2 by 2 by 3 or whatever. I picture the size of a chest.
I can see that.
Sounds reasonable.
All right. So we take the time to do that, I guess.
We're wasting time here. We should not be burying this stuff and chipping at ice. We should be chipping away at frost giants.
Ugh.
we're making a long-term deposit.
It'd take you about 10-15 minutes, I suppose. You know, like digging in dirt a lot. You know, just like, oh, okay, we're digging a hole. You know, you got your great axe. Crank, crank, crank. It's doable. And now what?
Well, there's only one way in, one way out of this.
Well, technically, there's two ways out. There's in the center of the cave. There's a passage heading south and a little west. But just any sort of remember how I told you there was one heading almost directly north and one heading almost directly northwest from the ledge area?
Yeah.
The same passage.
Okay.
The loop.
Oh, it just loops around?
Yeah, so pretty much you're just back at the ledge area is the only other place to go from here.
Okay.
And the ledge continues on, heading southwest, or you could try to scale 250 feet down to the bottom of the rift, or maybe try to go across to the other edge, or maybe go back up to the Y. See what?
Or I could cast fly on all of us, and we could just fly down.
Well, if there's a Y to go back to, I wouldn't mind checking that
out. How sturdy is this ledge?
It's pretty sturdy. It's about anywhere from 10 to 20 feet.
Lone hunters will ask for some assistance.
Yeah.
And say, grab the arms of that one beastie there, and I'll grab the legs, and we'll throw it over, and we'll see how long it takes for us to hear it crash at the bottom.
That works for me.
Yeah, I'm game for that. I'll help out too.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, heave.
And then Lone Hunter will be counting 1, 2, 3 until he hears the crash or sound.
3.5 to 4 seconds.
Okay. That's deep, fellas. Don't fall.
Whatever 250 feet would be.
Okay.
Question is, do we want to go down there? And do we want to fly down?
What is it? 9 meters per second squared. So 30 feet the first second, and then it'll be.
Well, it's 32. I think it's 32 point something, but yeah, just rounding at 30 feet works real easy until you hit free fall.
Yeah, and then it'll like 30 feet after 1 second.
I was going to say, in the first 3 seconds, I think it's 180 feet about.
180 feet? Okay. It'd be longer than that.
Wait.
3 seconds, almost 4.
Hey, Xanathars?
Yeah.
The D&D guidelines, 500 feet in a round. You fall.
Oh, well, it takes less than 6 seconds.
It's deep. It's deep. I'm telling you guys, you don't want to fall down that. Back away. Let's be careful here.
How deep would you say in feet?
How far do we have to go on this ledge before we reach something interesting?
Well, it descends down as it's going down.
Now, explain to me what you mean by interesting. You can walk 15 feet off the one side of this, and I guarantee in a short period of time, you'll find something interesting when you get to the bottom.
Yeah, but it's a ledge that's like I'm sure it goes like around the perimeter of the wall, right? Is that what you're describing here, DM?
No, the ledge goes. There's to your right or to the west. There's a wall. To your right, it falls off, and you can see that as you start to crawl down on the ledge, you can see that it goes about 90 feet to a precipice, and you can't. It like ends there, and you can't really see because of the mist. rising up the the white misty stuff. Can't
So
not much far on that, but you can tell as you travel along a little bit that there are two other northwestern passages off of it. Or you can try to descend at the bottom of the cliff about 90 feet away from where you're standing. Or you can go down to passage number 1 to the left, or passage number 2 to the northwest. Oh, look. And if you go down far enough, you'll see that the ledge continues on around it. Ooh, that's interesting. It's just an odd map to look at. It's difficult to tell what's going on where.
Could we take and sit on one of the Yetis and ride it down the ledge like a sled?
I have an idea. I'm going to cast Find Steed. And naturally, he'll be a fiend. You can tell me what kind of steed it actually is, but I get to choose.
Steed I know is a nightmare. I'm unfamiliar with the spell Find Steed, though. How cool of a steed do you get?
Yeah.
No, it's only a fiend in the sense like how Find Familiar is. It looks like a beast, but it's like it's truly like a celestial or a fiend or a fae, right?
Yeah.
And then I don't know much more than the spell, but making a horse I can't stand on the ice.
Because they don't really use beasts of burden up in the reindeer.
Yeah, use like giant elk or the elk stats or something.
Yeah, elk.
Elk would work.
Polar bear.
I think that's too tough. I'm not sure what the spell does. I'll check.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of scrolling through A, B, C, D, E, F. I'm on E. Fear, feather, feeble, finger of death, find traps, find the path, find the steed. 10 minutes. Casting time.
Oh, Jesus.
We'll do it. We got time. Like, wow.
Yeah.
It's instantaneous, and I suppose it lasts for fucking ever. You summon it, and it's there until whatever.
Until I tell it to go away.
A camel, an elk, or a mastiff. Your DM might allow other animals to be summoned as steeds. I would allow an elk or a reindeer or whatever.
And
we'll use elk stats if you want to look like a fucking reindeer with a shiny red nose.
Rudolph! Rudolph! Shoot Rudolph!
Yeah, so I guess I'll start casting to to try and get my steed, my noble steed. And
so we haven't actually decided what we're doing yet.
Oh no, I got an idea. It's just I gotta wait.
I'm looking to see if it gets anything like fly or anything like that, higher levels or something. When the steed drops to 0 hit points, it disappears.
That's kind of disappointing that it disappears when it drops to 0.
Yeah, can't eat it.
That's right. You knew where I was going.
When your steed is within 1 mile of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. It has an intelligence of at least 6 and can understand one language you choose.
That would be infernal, of course. True language of the gods.
But no, it can't fly. but it's still pretty cool. I mean, it could be a warhorse. So like Paladin, once you hit second level, you always have a warhorse.
Yep.
And they get expensive.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's just summon a warhorse. Warhorse, boom, second level. They had that siege thing back in earlier editions where it was like the bonded map, whatever.
Yep.
And that's how they do it in 5th edition. Find Steed. Here's a spell. You can have a warhorse. Right, would you like 10 minutes to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, be my guest. If it makes you tougher, be my guest.
Well, we can always use it as a beast of burden to carry stuff.
Yeah.
We'll call it an elk because that's kind of winter friendly, snow and ice friendly.
All right. We gonna fast forward? Do you guys want to do something or what?
Yeah, you have your elk. Boom. It appears in a.
Can I describe it?
With a brimstone.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So like
Could have a goat. Want a goat?
No, I don't want to go.
Sure footed.
Too small.
That is more satanic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, would it be like a giant goat?
It'll be a large goat.
A rideable goat?
A big old mountain goat.
Yeah. Sure.
Kind of like in the Lord of the Rings there, where you see all the dwarves riding.
Oh yeah.
Up the hill. Or up the mountain, rather, not hill.
Well, aren't I mean, it's technically not a goat. It's more like a ram, like the satanic head.
Right.
Yeah, but a ram is a goat. It's just a male goat.
Yeah, that's true.
That upstate New York's there, bringing the wisdom down to the Bronx for you.
Well, here I was going to say a ram is a sheep.
Western.
Well, it is that.
It could be a sheep too. You could old male more male goat.
So, Increase, you made us wait around for 10 minutes while you summoned your goat. What is your plan? You said you had a plan and then you spent 10 minutes summoning a freaking goat.
Yes.
But you spent 2 months. You spent 2 months of our time for some spells.
Ooh, fighting.
No, yeah. we weren't in the middle of a dungeon at that point.
While they're arguing, I get on the back of the goat and ride it down the ledge, like as far like
straight drop ledge. It's a cliff face.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's why Lone Hunter was saying you want to stay away from it, and then he was. Then I was thinking, well, I remember that like claymation movie or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the old one, where the old miner says that Bumbles bounce. I was going for that joke.
Yeah. Well, no.
Did I see Atreus behind his goat, and I say, "What are you doing?" He said, "Don't worry, I'm just helping it over the fence."
No. No. See, because what I like when I was picturing it, the way you were describing it was that it wasn't that what you call it, like that it was a ledge that goes around the perimeter of the wall, of the outer wall.
It is to your to the west is a the cave wall, ice wall, right? And your east, it is a straight 250 feet drop down ice to the bottom of the rift floor.
Okay.
Now the ledge itself that you're on, that's about anywhere from 10 to 20 feet depending upon where you're at in it. It does decrease slightly as it's going down, but it says so you can walk on the ledge.
That's what I'm saying. That's why. That's what I was saying. Like,
you don't want to walk off the edge of the ledge 250 feet straight down, right?
well, I wasn't gonna do that. I was gonna ride to go around
on the ledge, going slightly down, slight decline. It goes from 250 feet to 225 feet before the ledge like curves around.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm basically going to like just kind of, I guess, scout ahead. Like while they're arguing, I'm just gonna scout ahead down this ledge to see, to see like basically trying to get to where the fog is, to see beyond that fog, like to see that that this ledge keeps going downwards, and maybe even see get a little better sight of the floor of this chasm.
As you're going down it, you will see that to the northwest there's a slight little passage coming off of it. And you want to go
down the drop,
going down the ledge as the ledge broadens significantly.
So now I'm looking at the rest of the ledge, and then this passage that's like off to the side.
Yeah, off to the northwest. The edge of the ledge heading down 250 feet is to your east and kind of southeast, whatever you're going in, a diagonal. And the ledge itself goes in a southwesterly direction.
Okay.
And then there's another passage a little past that also heads to the northwest. And at that point, the ledge will curve around going west.
Okay. So it basically kind of sounds very, very much like all roads lead here. All trains go to 42nd Street. In other words,
is that Times Square?
Grand Central.
Grand Central.
Okay. I've been to Grand Central. Been there.
Did you go to the Whisper Dome?
Huh?
Did you go to the Whisper Dome?
I did not enter.
It's pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah. So is that what it is? All roads are leading to Grand Central right now?
You can always climb down that thing. You can take one of the offshoots. If you get down to the edge where you can see the thing heading west. Now the bottom of the floor is kind of a misty shroud. You can't see what is exactly at the bottom of this cliff. It's kind of a misty, ice thing. You can't really tell. On occasion, you may be able to see some darting movement. That makes the wisps go a little bit, but other than that, you can tell. But if you want to continue following the ledge west as it curves around, you will see more offshoots coming outside of it before the ledge heads south. So it's just following this huge, massive rift, and it falls around. Okay, I get it now.
Okay, so you know what? I'm just gonna take that information and ride back up the that hill back towards them. They're probably still arguing.
So in conclusion, me going for 2 months. 2 months is very different from if you're spending 10 minutes in the middle of a dungeon doing a ritual.
You're right. It is. Yours is 2 months and his is 10 minutes.
Excuse me.
Yes, it is.
Well, I did what I was planning on doing. I scouted ahead to see what this road would kind of lead to. It all seems to be going westish. As I went down a bit farther, there were roads leading towards the northwest. road or the ledge road thing here, it also kind of turns off to the to the west as well. So either way, we're going west if we
Okay.
go down this ledge here.
Well, let's try every passageway. Make sure we're not leaving anything behind us, because if we do that, then we're going to be fighting on two fronts.
So let's go down this way.
Yep.
And
I begin following Atreus, because he's a tank.
I'll come along as well.
Okay.
And definitely Lone Hunter will
You're not
keep
going down
party unity.
250 feet to the bottom. You're just following the ledge. Do you check out the first passage to the northwest?
yeah, I'm gonna you know what? How far is the first and second passage?
They are about 20 feet apart.
I'll leave the steed between the two passageways, and turn around and say, let's take each passageway, two per passage. If you see a sign of danger at the end of the passage, then you turn back around. Either way, let's meet back here
Right.
in 3 rounds.
Right. I'll go with Atreus and Shardak and Warhunter.
If you guys agree, then otherwise, then we should just all check each passage. But at least we'll know. At least we'll have an idea of what to expect at the end of each passage here.
Okay, but I also wonder why I split the party at all.
Cover more ground.
With our spilled blood.
Well, like I said, the first sign of trouble, without revealing yourself, you just turn back around and go back to the goat.
Yeah, the goat will protect you.
Out and running up
I
the first giant you find.
I don't mean to fight anything. I just want to see what's at the top of each of these passages. And we'll report back with it.
I'm not promising anything. If they want to fight, I'll fight.
Well, then call out and we will join in your battle. But first thing first, we need some sort of
We need to recon.
Come on, Shardak, let's go.
All right, I'll go with Lone Hunter.
Okay, just out of curiosity, which one are you going down? The first or second one, Lone Hunter and Shardak?
Which way you want to go, Shardak?
This is only about.
I don't know.
This is not.
All right.
Doesn't matter. But I'll go a little bit first. I'll go a little bit ahead so you can cover me with this bow.
Lone Hunter will be stealthing.
All right, so you want the I guess the two of us to go to the second one, and you guys take the first.
Well, yeah, that's all right. That way, whichever way.
Yeah, sounds fine.
All right.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Okay.
Are you both
I'm going.
the first one, or are you trying to sneak?
No, we're gonna sneak. I'm going to attempt to roll a stealth. All right, that's going to be an 18 natural.
Hey, you have disadvantage. You're full play.
Oh, oh no.
I also got a natural 18, but I got a total of 26.
That's gonna be another natural 18.
Hey.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Get a little bit, and your passageway is narrow for a giant, about 10 feet high, and you see that it opens up into a small room. Entrance alone, her with the chamber southeast. The giants have preserved 8 corpses of mutilated victims, standing them upright and enclosing them in blocks of transparent ice. The exhibits are meant to frighten all trespassers. The bodies are obviously hacked and very dead, not merely frozen whole. All right, Shardak, on yours. Are you boldly striding in, or are you trying to sneak up on the first one?
I'm not really a stealthy guy, so I'm not necessarily boldly. I'm like dodging in. I'm like dodging as I go up.
Give me a perception check.
$22.
All right, as soon as you stick your head and start to walk in there, you smell a familiar smell of dog.
Okay.
The room is obviously to you a den or some sort of large wolf. Well, I mean, as soon as you step, you don't necessarily see them. As soon as you just kind of get near and start to go in, you immediately pick up the scent of dog hair.
Well, I'll say in like kind of a stage whisper over my shoulder to where I think Lone Hunter might be, and I say, dogs or wolves, something. I smell canine.
I was gonna say. We should have rubbed our. You got any of that stink from the Yeti on you?
Probably some. I'd have blood and stuff all over me.
Good. It may cover your scent where they think that you're someone that's supposed to be here.
So do you continue going in?
Yeah, I will. Like I said, dodging as I go.
No.
And my partner in crime, whether life or death, I'll be stealthing along with my trusty bow.
Oh, that's number 4. I'm at 14. My bad. I read you 5. I'm sorry. My bad. Wrong rooms. Wrong rooms.
That's all right.
All right, just tell me what I see instead then.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what when the illusion is dispelled. What do I see?
See, that was 4 and 5, not 14 and 15. My bad. Give me perception checks, Atreus and Serena.
21.
I have a +5%. Oh no! Whoa, wrong one. +1 perception. That's going to be a 13.
13. Hold on. Gotta look up something real quick. Not a normal creature. Oh, look. Maybe.
Well, looking up for Arctic Wolf.
No, not Arctic wolf. I've got winter wolves marked because guess what? There are winter wolves in here.
Okay.
Well, I really didn't need to mark it as a penguin. Oh wow. Okay, you don't see anything. It's amazing. I didn't think it would be that high, but apparently it is.
Oh, well,
21. A 21 doesn't see anything.
Does not.
Damn.
Oh, I was surprised at that too.
Wow. I mean, the highest that I could have gotten was a 21 in this situation. So I definitely wouldn't have seen it anyway.
All right, now.
All right.
To your
So describe the room to us anyway.
As soon as you came into the room, wrong room, Misty Ice Cave is what this one is. The one Shardak and Lone Hunter are in. Escaping hot air from somewhere beneath filters into this place through numerous cracks in the floor, making it full of damp, cold fog. The cracks are a foot in diameter. Floor is very similar. Why would they be hit by an attack if there's nothing in here to attack them? That's interesting.
Maybe the steam?
Mm-hmm. I suppose you could run into this room or something. The floor is very slippery. What would you like to do to?
Well, I think what my land stride or my natural terrain will take care of the difficult terrain aspect.
Mm-hmm.
But Lone Hunter with stealthing is moving at half his speed, so he'll work himself around, weaving with his stealth around those slots or holes.
Okay.
Trying to stop from falling into them.
All right, let me give you a description of the size of the rooms that you're in. Lone Hunter and Atreus. Yours is only got about 10-15 feet passage before it opens up into this. It is a fairly oval shaped. That is probably about 40 feet at the longest area and about 30 feet at its other. So it's a egg shaped. 40 feet falling in on the other end. Serena and Atreus, your passageway actually goes about 40 feet before it opens up into the room. And it is got high walls, about 20 to 30 feet. It is a fairly circular, about 30 feet in 30 feet in diameter. And there's the high walls are kind of shelved at the top, meaning there's more room at the top than there is on the bottom. All right, let's go back to Atreus and Serena. What would y'all like to do?
Okay, so you just described the room. It's kind of oval. Is there another passageway, another door from this room?
No.
All right, so I'm turning around, going back towards the goat.
Serena?
I'm heading back. I'm heading back as well.
Okay, so you just walk to the door, see the room, bucket, turn around, and leave.
Yeah.
Nah, nothing in here, right?
That we can tell.
All right, what about you two, Lone Hunter and Shardak? It's really slippery.
Yeah, so I don't want to go too close to those cracks because I feel like if that's a weak part of the floor, I don't want to end up falling down some fucking chute.
Now our guys still have those spiked cleats on.
Yeah,
right?
but regardless, so I don't want to close to
No, I'm not saying we want to get close, but just trying to make sure you still have those, so it maybe help you in case it does get real slippery.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't take them off after I got them on. No point. So if Michael says we have them, I'm wearing them.
Yeah, super slick.
And
It is still super slick though.
but Lone Hunter would be slowing himself on down, making sure of his footing, and just searching just looking through the room to see if he sees anything there. A doorway out, beast, rocks, other things that may stand out from what the room is looking. What seems to be looking like is
It's
normal.
misty, kind of foggy due to the hot vents vaporizing some of the packed ice and snow,
Okay.
causing it to mist and fog, and the thin sheet of water on ice making it super quick.
Yep.
But as long as you're being cautious walking through it, you can do that.
All right.
So
And my perception feat will help me with lightly obscured, dim lighted areas where I don't have disadvantage.
Yeah. Sure. Give me a perception check. Just search around.
I like that feat.
It's better if this were rooms 4 and 5 instead of 14, 15. That would have been much more interesting.
Well, it is what it is,
Yeah, it is what it is.
It's simple as that. Perception, that is right there. Okay. That's a 26.
I see room 5. I found them. You do not find anything of note in this. You will if you get near one of the cracks, so you look down it or whatever, maybe even shine a light, you do not see a bottom.
Okay. Lone Hunter will whisper across. Let's turn around and go back. Don't get close to there. There's no bottom. I don't know how far you'll fall, Shardak, and I ain't falling. I hope.
Well, I nod with understanding, and I'll start heading back to the goat.
Mm-hmm. Y'all meet back at the goat. If anybody would like to walk to the edge of the ledge and look down now, you will see that you're a little closer to the bottom of the ravine. You've went down a total of 25 feet from where you started to where you are. So it's only 225 feet down. The passage you can see barely on the other side. It's only like 50 feet. But you're now on the same level as the ledge on the other side of the ravine.
Oh, okay.
But it's just there's a standard like overall mist blowing around through.
There don't seem to be any enemies in our passage.
Oh, you don't want to go into that room that we were in there. You fall in one of those holes that have this magical steam coming up out of it, and I'm going to tell you, you'll fall forever. There's no bottom.
All right, should we continue on to the next passage?
I would say so. There doesn't seem to be anything of interest up here. So
okay,
let's make our way down.
We keep going.
All right, so you follow along this wedge left until for about another 50, 60 feet, in which case you can either then follow the ledge heading south, where it opens up a bit better, the wedge gets a little wider, or you can take a northwesterly passage again. And just looking at the northwesterly passage, you can see that it wides itself.
Decisions.
One of the Y heading.
If it looks giant size, that's the one we should take.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
As you head up the northwest passage, and it wides, one going directly north, the other one heading back southwest.
Do do we see anything on the one that go from our vantage point from the one going southwest and to the north when we look, north and south to see if we perceive anything?
If you look north, you can see that it opens up into a larger chamber, and you see some bats. Maybe some skins lying down in the snow.
Wait, what? We see what?
Some giant bags and maybe some skins on the snow if you look to the north. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go north.
I would like to investigate it.
And if you look to the southwest, just FYI, to head to the southwest, it continues, but you can see that there's something else, like it opens up into another direction, or you can keep going further.
Okay.
Oh no!
Well,
Say you see it not only opening, but you see yet another bag at the bottom of the southwest.
Wait, I wanted to investigate the other one. Did I mute myself? I know.
Well, we'll go up since the majority of the party wanted to go up and investigate the first bag. Why don't we just go do that and see where that takes us?
And that's where we'll start off next week because it's nearing 7 now.
Okay.
That will be a major thing.
All right.
That'll be a fun major thing, though.
Rose,
I'll
Aggie.
find it fun.
Well, okay. You need to have DMs need to have their fun too.
Agreed.
Anything else before we sign off, fellas?
Hey, to our watchers, thank you so much, and please come back again. We love you dearly. Hopefully, we rose to the mark to give you entertainment.
Yeah. And Watcher Dude, any feedback on voices since you're a voice actor? I think. Yeah, let us know. How we doing? Your take on it. Otherwise, stay YouTube. Peace. Say bye.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye.
Don't forget to like.